following is a special presentation of Westwood One Sports. If it's a Christmas Day NFL special, it's on Westwood One.
Empty backfield. They set it up for it. It's intercepted. One-handed pickoff. Jack Jones will walk it in for a touchdown and a Raider record. The most points ever scored by a Raider team comes on a one-handed pick six. Jack Jones picks the screen and walks into history.
Mahomes looking, right side, throws, end zone, touchdown, Travis Kelce. Patrick Mahomes with a strike and he delivers.
Plus from the pocket on the numbers, throws in the end zone and back, caught, touchdown! In the back corner, caught by Hodgins. What a grab! And the Giants have built on their lead on a touchdown pass by undrafted rookie quarterback Tommy DeVito.
Hurts wants the shotgun snap. He's got it from Kelce. Back to pass. Throws right side. Caught by Brown. Inside the 10. Sheds a tackle and races to the end zone. Touchdown Eagles. Jackson out of the gun. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Looks to his left. Throws to his left. Left side of the end zone. Caught. Touchdown Ravens. Here's the snap. Purdy back on a play fake. Looking long to the end zone. Kittle's got it. Touchdown 49ers. And San Francisco tacks on. Now up 27-10. 7:20 to go in the third quarter.
Now until Super Bowl 58, the NFL is on Westwood One. Now, let's land our sleigh in Kansas City and join Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf.
We welcome you to Arrowhead Stadium for part one of our special Christmas Day NFL tripleheader as the 9-5 Kansas City Chiefs host the 6-8 Las Vegas Raiders. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by AutoZone, by Navy Federal Credit Union, by BetMGM, by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by CDW, and by NFL.com. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Jason Benetti along with Ryan Leaf. John Stashauer will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. Later today on many of these same stations, it'll be the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles in Game 2 of our holiday tripleheader, followed by the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers tonight. But first, time for the Raiders and the Chiefs, and typically around this time, under the tree for Kansas City fans is an AFC West title, and they can do it again today. With a victory today, the Chiefs will have won their 8th straight AFC West title, but it's a little different this year. They are right now in the 3 range in terms of seeding in the AFC. Ryan Leaf, this is still a very good offense, but it's a different team in terms of juggernaut status this year.
Well, I think the expectations that Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce have set over the last 5 years are just, too high to reach all the time. They are ranked 10th in points per game and 7th in yards per game. Yet this is a down year in the narrative being talked about of the Kansas City Chiefs. So with that expectation in place, they have to go out and play better each and every week, and they've started to come along. A win on the road last week against the New England Patriots, a chance to clinch the division today. I think all the fans here on Christmas Day are looking for a little Christmas spirit and a gift of another divisional championship t-shirt for their kids.
That's what they would like as they look up above. It's gray sky. It's a windy day. It's almost like rain is forming, and there was a bunch of it yesterday here in Kansas City, and that was the aura around the Raiders before Antonio Pierce took over. They're 3-3 with the interim head coach driving this thing. What's different about the Raiders, Ryan?
Well, simply their physicality. That was the biggest difference. Soon as Antonio Pierce took over, he chose to go and run this thing with Josh Jacobs. I mean, he's from a team that showcased the running game in the Giants and then played with defense, and that won him a championship. Robert Spillane has been their leader on defense, as well as Max Crosby has been the straw that stirs the drink, and his motor has kept this defense going. And from a team that wasn't able to score a point against the Minnesota Vikings, went out and scored a franchise record 63, predominantly done with a defensive play.
They are without Josh Jacobs today. We'll detail the inactives fully later. As we check the weather report sponsored by Prize Picks, make this game even more exciting with Prize Picks, the #1 daily fantasy sports app. Sign up now and make your picks right up to the fourth quarter. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions. It's 37. It feels like it's 29. There is some rain in the area and in the forecast, so we will watch that as the day goes along. No eyes on Santa yet. That's the big news, but the bigger news is we do have eyes on Taylor Swift. She's wearing an 87 festive hat for Travis Kelce. Love on Christmas. It's a beautiful thing. Much more to come from Kansas City as we approach kickoff between the Raiders and the Chiefs. But when we return, John Stashower joins us from our studios. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Ready to dream big? You got it at Staley Credit Union. Improving your home, consolidating debt, taking a vacation. You've got big dreams, but you need cash. We offer lower interest home equity loans up to 95% of your home's appraised value. With better rates and membership benefits, your big dreams can become bigger realities. At Staley Credit Union, you got it. Learn more at StaleyCU.com. This institution is not federally insured by Member Choice. Proudly insured by American Share Insurance.
As a family-owned home improvement store, Menards knows Christmas is all about tradition. No matter how your traditions may look, the spirit of the season stays the same. We thank you for making Menards a part of your year. Whether you strolled through the enchanted forest, picked up everyday items, or finished your biggest projects. From our family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
We all want our young athletes to have a competitive advantage. If you think buying the newest, most expensive baseball bat or glove is going to give your kid the competitive edge, it's not. At Decatur Orthopedic Center, we know what matters is being an athlete, being faster, being stronger, and more explosive. If you are looking for the edge that's going to give your athlete their peak performance, look at the Athletic Performance Program at Decatur Orthopedic Center. Visit DecaturOrthopedicCenter.com or call 217-864-2665 for more information.
'Tis a cautionary tale I'm about to recite. For those who may indulge tonight, Santa knows when you've been drinking. If you're a bit too enthused, or if you've been smoking when you sound quite confused, grab a cab, a bus, or an app-summoned ride, because driving while buzzed brings troubles in tides. Remember, friends, to always think twice. Don't drive impaired. That's the ultimate advice. Visit itsnotagameillinois.com to learn more.
Welcome to the Christmas Day NFL pregame show on Westwood One. Sponsored by BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app and place your same-game parlays and more at the king of sportsbooks. Please gamble responsibly. Here's your host, John Stashower.
And a Merry Christmas to all. Good to have you with us on Westwood One for the Christmas triple header. Later today, Giants and Eagles in Philly, where the Giants have lost 10 in a row. Eagles looking to end their losing streak and regain sole possession of first place. And tonight, it's the Ravens at the 49ers, the current one seeds, the favorites to meet in the Super Bowl. Coming up from Kansas City, old rivals, Raiders and Chiefs. KC with a win, clinching its 8th straight division title. Vegas comes in 6-8, had that 3-0 home loss to the Vikings that was followed just 5 days later by a 63-21 home win over the Chargers. I asked their linebacker Robert Spillane about that bounce-back victory.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool anytime you can get a scoregami in the NFL. So I think we were pretty excited about doing that last week. And every season has its ups and downs, and you just got to stay the course. Keep trusting your brothers and pushing forward.
Obviously, a big moment in this season was the coaching change. It took a lot of people by surprise. Antonio Pierce was your position coach. He played the position. It seemed to give the team a little bit of an uptick when it first happened. What are your thoughts on the job he's done as filling in as head coach?
I think AP's done an amazing job. The first thing he wanted to do when he got the job was establish a culture, and he stayed true to that each and every day. He's came here ready to work, and I'm just proud of the strides he's made as a coach and the passion and energy that he gives us each day during our team meetings.
So what better way to spend Christmas Day, right, than chasing around Patrick Mahomes and trying to defend Travis Kelce? I mean, we see these guys play a lot. You've faced them. You know, what's the secret of their success? What makes them so difficult to defend?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends of all time. And their chemistry has been shown for years, so they know Patrick Mahomes knows where Kelce is going to be on each and every play. So no matter what happens in the play, he knows he's going to be able to find 87, his security blanket.
Hey, let me ask you your story, because it's interesting. But not all that unusual. Like, I actually talked to Alex Singleton of the Broncos, another linebacker, last week. Kind of similar. Undrafted guy, was a practice squad guy. He actually went to Canada for a couple of years. And like you, he got a chance to play, and he had a pick six in a game. And next thing you know, he's starting. That happened to you, right, in Pittsburgh, actually against Lamar Jackson. What does that say? That sometimes maybe guys like undrafted kind of guys sometimes just need a chance to show what they can do.
Yeah, I always tell people there's a very small margin between a practice squad player and a Pro Bowl player. A lot of it comes down to opportunity. And then who, when the lights are brightest, who's willing to go out there and make plays for their team. So, yeah, the NFL makes mistakes each and every year when it comes to the draft. So it's just another chip on my shoulder and something that I don't forget.
Robert Spillane, grandson of 1953 Heisman Trophy winner Johnny Latner. He and the Raiders getting ready to take on the Chiefs, whose rookie wideout has become a key weapon. We'll hear from him next. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood.
Hey guys, Chris Brockman here. Prize Picks. It's the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money this football season. And now I can play during basketball season too. I can take combo projections across both sports. Just select two or more players, pick more or less their projection, and place your entry. You can turn $10 into $250 with just a few taps. Easy gameplay, quick withdrawals, and an enormous selection of players and stat options are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy sports app. And Prize Picks is the only DFS platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game if one of your players goes down. Join the Prize Picks community of more than 7 million football fans who have already signed up. Right now, Prize Picks will match your first deposit up to $100. Just visit prizepicks.com/primetime and use the code PRIMETIME. That's code PRIMETIME at prizepicks.com/primetime for a first deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Humphrey hovers over the football, the former Patriot Joe Thuney. And now the Chiefs are going to go inside with a handoff to Rice. Touchdown! Kansas City. Andy Reid has just brought the single wing back to the National Football League.
I'm John Stashower. That was Mitch Holtis, who had the call last Sunday on 106.5 The Wolf for the Chiefs Radio Network. That was the play in New England that had Patrick Mahomes in a three-point stance. That was the direct snap to Derek McKinnon. He fed it forward to Rashee Rice, and I got a chance this week to talk to KC's rookie wideout from SMU. I asked him about that play.
Yeah, everybody's in a three-point stance, which is not normal, obviously. We just kind of confused him by putting a running back on the behind the center, and he got the direct snap. And, from there, you can do a lot of things. No one knew what to expect, and you're kind of looking at Pat. He's not directly behind me, but he's going opposite of the way I'm going. And, just Pat being that guy on the field, everybody's waiting for him to get the ball for a double pass or something like that.
So, Rasheed, the first 10 or so games, you're getting 4 or 5 targets. In the last 4 games, 9 or 10 targets. Do you feel like Patrick is trusting you more? What's been the difference, you think?
I feel like the difference has been just, over time. You get comfortable, you get used to certain people, just like with anything. Earlier in the season, it could have been, something, I was just working hard to get the ball, but as I continue to get the ball, he's seen, my work ethic, constantly improving so that I could, continue to get the ball in the games.
What was your reaction on draft night? Because it's second round, you don't know where you're going, and then you find out you're going to Super Bowl champs. You're going to catch passes from the MVP of the league, a fellow Texan. What do you remember about that night?
Honestly, it was all a blur. The best thing was, receiving a call. It was a spam likely call that I actually, picked up the call. Ended up being Veach, and then he let me, get back to my family so I could enjoy, the processing that happened on the TV. And then Pat called me, and then that's kind of when I knew it was real. Just receiving a phone call from Pat, I was just like, man, I'm really on the Chiefs now. Yeah. I woke up the next day, and that was my first post. Like, I'm a part of the Chiefs kingdom.
So, you got a 2-game lead with 3 games to go, and I think most teams would be happy to be in that situation. Chiefs fans probably a little spoiled of all the success they've had. Looks like, unlike past years, and you weren't there, of course, but, you're probably going to have to go on the road at some point. But how are you? How is the team? How confident is the team that, they can go on the road and win playoff games?
We're as confident as anybody, if not more confident. We know that everybody here is putting in the work to be able to be prepared on Sunday or whenever that game is.
So let me ask you about the Raiders. And, you're concerned with their defense, not their offense, but they scored 63 last week. I mean, what's Andy Reid's message been this week about not looking past the Raiders?
To focus on us and know that we got a game, ahead of us, right in front of us, and not looking down the road.
You mentioned family, so you're a young guy. I mean, you got a job now and you got to work on Christmas. I imagine that's a little different. I imagine you normally would be with your family in Texas this day, right?
Yeah, 100%. It's my job, and it's everybody's job here to be prepared and be ready to play on Christmas. For a lot of other people, it's vacation, and it's just Christmas where you get presents, but for us, it's work.
Rashee Rice leads the team in touchdown receptions. The Chiefs beat the Raiders earlier this year. They've beaten them 6 straight times, 11 of 12. Patrick Mahomes, 10-1 lifetime against them. We're moving closer to kickoff, still to come. Nick Costos of the BetQL Network with what to look for during today's games. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Big things are happening at Southside Country Club. Southside Country Club has been a community gem for nearly 120 years. The People's Club, well known for its beautiful golf course, open year-round, but also a hot spot for all, ranging from family fun at the pool to a sparkling night at the restaurant, bar, or one of the club's dozens of annual events. But now, the Southside Golf Course is turning 100, and now you can get in on the party. That is, if you can handle a good Southside party. For the next 100 days, 100 new members celebrate with a 100-year special. Become a full-time member today for a $100 initiation fee, and for 2024, membership dues are only $100 a month. That's 100 years, $100 initiation, $100 a month for 2024, but only for the next 100 new members in the next 100 days. For more information on how to join this incredibly supportive community atmosphere, call 423-7789, or stop by and see us, or visit SouthsideCountryClub.com for more information. Special does include a 2-year contract. A year of celebrating 100 at Southside Country Club, where nobody does it like us.
Find your way home. Brinkotter.com.
Hello, this is Tom Brinkotter, designated managing broker and owner of Brinkotter Realtors. We want to take a moment to extend our humble gratitude for your continued trust, confidence, and support. Your business will always be our greatest gift and privilege. From our family to yours, we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year.
When was the last time you had your vehicle's fuel system totally cleaned? Did you know that most manufacturers recommend this service to be performed every 15,000 miles, or at least once a year, to help restore horsepower and your MPG? Well, I've got good news for you. Speedlube offers full-throttle 2-step fuel system cleaning services for only $79.95 with purchase of a Pennzoil Premium Oil Change. And they've got 5 area locations, so you can get your fuel system totally cleaned today at Speed Lube.
I'm John Stashower. Welcome back to the Christmas Day NFL pregame show on Westwood One, sponsored by BetMGM. Download the BetMGM app. Place your same-game parlays and more at the King of Sportsbooks. Please gamble responsibly. Time now to hear from Nick Costos of BetQL Network with some of the numbers our listeners might be interested in for today's matchups. Nick, we've got the Raiders and the Chiefs, and I'd imagine the Raiders are a team that's kind of hard to predict what you're going to get from. They went from a 3-0 loss to a 63-point outburst 5 days later. What are you looking at for Raiders Chiefs coming up here from Kansas City?
Well, John, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to all the listeners. And bettors aren't buying what we saw from the Raiders in the game that basically got everyone from the Chargers fired, right? Kansas City has been bet out to a 10.5-point home favorite as Kansas City looks to clinch its 8th straight AFC West championship. Total in the game is 40.5. Helping matters for Kansas City today. Star running back Isaiah Pacheco back from injury here. Josh Jacobs is going to miss another game for the Raiders. Zamir White will be Las Vegas' lead running back today. So if you like the Raiders, you're getting the best of the number right now at 10.5. I personally think, John, hard to go against Kansas City. Looks like they're clicking here heading into the stretch run at the end of the year following last week's 10-point win at the Patriots.
All right, we got Eagles, Giants, and obviously the Eagles have had their way with the Giants. They got a lot more on the line in this game. It's in Philadelphia. It's a big number, but what about Philly and New York coming up?
Yeah, really interesting point spread movements here. One-way action all on the home team, the Philadelphia Eagles. And bettors are kind of just expecting the Eagles to flip the switch because they've been playing poorly for a pretty decent stretch of time now. But Philly now out to a full 2-touchdown favorite. The Eagles favored by 14, but no Slay, no Maddox in the secondary. If you think the Giants can maybe score some points here, they should be able to hang with a 14-point spread. I think a pretty tough game to bet, and I think the way you bet this game is, do you think the Eagles can flip that switch and just look like the team they were at the beginning of the year?
And the big game tonight where the point spread became a news story when the Ravens say they felt disrespected by being such an underdog against the 49ers. What do you think about that?
Yeah, San Francisco was 6-point favorite. I don't think the point spread's disrespectful. San Francisco rated as the best team in the league and rated as one of the best teams we've seen to this point of the year in NFL history. So I think the point spread's fine. But if you're out there and you think Baltimore's disrespected here, 6 is a pretty good number to bet. I wouldn't do it. But again, if you think there's disrespect here, then you can bet the Baltimore Ravens. I like the Niners.
Nick, Merry Christmas. That's Nick Costos from the BetQL Network, sponsored by BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Please gamble responsibly. When we return, a look back at a past Christmas Day matchup between the Raiders and Chiefs. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Michael Fabiano here, and if you want even more excitement on game day, it's time to get on Prize Picks, the best way to win big on fantasy sports. Here's how it works. Just pick 2 to 6 players and choose more or less on their stats. If you get them right, you can win up to 25 times your cash. It's quick and easy to make your picks, and with fast and safe deposits and withdrawals, Prize Picks is the place to play this season. Prize Picks has awesome weekly promotions, and they're the only daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, keeping you in the game even if one of your players goes down. Watch your entry update in real time and continue the fun by making picks on second half and fourth quarter stats. And right now, when you go to prizepicks.com/primetime and use code primetime, Prize Picks is matching your first deposit up to $100. That's prizepicks.com/primetime with code primetime for a 100% deposit match. Prize Picks, daily fantasy sports made easy. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for details.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Kohl's.
Lawrence Tynes. It's going to be Kendall Gammon, the snapper. Nick Murphy will hold. 28-yard line, 38-yard attempt.
And Langston Walker is in there, 6'8". He's already blocked 1 today.
3 on the year. Snap good, placement good, kicks up, end over end, plenty of distance. It is good. Kansas City takes a 31-30 lead with 22 seconds to go.
Tay Sims and the Hall of Famer Jack Ham had the call on Westwood 1. Lawrence Tynes played the role of Santa Claus for Kansas City fans when his field goal in the final minute gift-wrapped a win over the Raiders Christmas Day 19 years ago. Oakland had taken lead with just over a minute to go on a Sebastian Janikowski field goal, but his ensuing squib kickoff was returned 49 yards by Dante Hall, which put Tynes in position to redeem himself after missing 2 field goals earlier. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history. It's sponsored by Kohl's. Celebrate the season with gifts, deals, and holiday feels. Find perfect presents for everybody and every budget. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. I'm John Stashower. I'll be back at halftime. We'll talk to the Eagles' longtime defensive lineman Fletcher Cox. Eagles and Giants, of course, a later start in Philadelphia. But coming up, it's back to Arrowhead where we join Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf. They'll have the keys to our game coming up. Stay tuned. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
As a family-owned home improvement store, Menards knows Christmas is all about tradition. No matter how your traditions may look, the spirit of the season stays the same. We thank you for making Menards a part of your year. Whether you strolled through the enchanted forest, picked up everyday items, or finished your biggest projects. From our family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a safe and happy New Year.
Season's greetings to you all from Menards.
What's up, Doc? A brand new medical podcast brought to you by Decatur Orthopedic Center. Join Dr. Sams and Dr. Sullivan as they take a peek behind the drapes into the world of orthopedics. They will explore the newest trends in orthopedics, sports injuries, and musculoskeletal health. These leading orthopedic surgeons will go into detail about surgery, life as a surgeon, and the impacting change of orthopedics. Find What's Up, Doc at nowdecatur.com under the podcast section or anywhere you get your podcasts.
We get it. Technology is a big part of the world today. At Brinkotter Realtors, we know that behind every powerful tool, there needs to be a compassionate person dedicated to your goals. We believe that a genuine connection is simply irreplaceable. With us, you get the best of both worlds, cutting-edge technology and a team of professionals who truly care. Discover the difference at Brinkotter Realtors, where technology meets heart. Visit us online or call to connect with one of our agents today.
Find your way home. Brinkotter.com.
Okay, hear me out. There's only one thing that can make the holidays even more magical, and it's Kohl's clearance deals. I just got 70% off some really great favorites for winter, like cozy fleece sweatshirts for my kids, a cute sweater for me, and comfy pajamas for my husband. Kohl's for the win. And now I'm off to share my holiday haul with my family. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Fans are still filing in for their tailgates on a gloomy Christmas day in Kansas City. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and it's time for Ryan Leaf to advise us on what each team needs to do today in order to win. Sponsored by Fidelity Wealth Management. With Fidelity Wealth Management, your dedicated advisor will work with you to create a personalized plan that can adjust as your needs change. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Let's start with Kansas City, Ryan.
Yeah, for me, it's all about Patrick Mahomes, and that shouldn't be a big surprise. The key to the game for me is limiting turnovers in a game that doesn't allow the Raiders to have any sort of breathing room at all. So Patrick Mahomes running the football, using some play action, and then trying to find a wide receiver that can make the big play. Rashee Rice has been that. So for me, it's all at the feet of Patrick Mahomes once again. It doesn't sound like that's too much of a shock to anybody else, but as this Chiefs teams go, it's going to be as what Patrick Mahomes goes for them and another possibility to championship.
He said he just keeps plugging along, even with all the drops. Now for Las Vegas today.
Las Vegas, it's going to be about the defense. How can they get to the quarterback? Donovan Smith is out for the Kansas City Chiefs. So that means Max Crosby is going to step up and he's going to be wrecking some havoc. Max Crosby has been the absolute accelerator for this defense. And we saw just 10 days ago against the Chargers, when Max has led the way, people have started to follow. So defensive pressure from that front, putting it at the feet of Patrick Mahomes, making him make a mistake, and then turning that into points ultimately on the offensive side.
Some folks may have heard there's a rivalry between those two. Netflix documented it pretty well. We've heard some things about that. It'll be interesting today.
It will be interesting. I'm excited for it. I think they're both incredibly competitive in that showcases. And if you are Chiefs fans or Raiders fans out there, you got to be thoroughly happy with those two players representing your programs, especially here today on Christmas.
They will bring Christmas cheer to each other here in Kansas City. Raiders and Chiefs coming up. The opening kickoff between the Raiders and the Chiefs is coming up. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Wager at BetMGM to earn BetMGM rewards points that can be redeemed for online credits. You can also redeem your points at MGM resorts nationwide. Play, earn, and enjoy with BetMGM rewards. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. Illinois only. New and existing customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets. Bonus bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or by texting ILGAMB to 53342. In partnership with Paradise Hotel Casino. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-5050. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Iowa, call 1-800-BETS-OFF. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Welcome back to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti. Part one of our special Christmas Day NFL triple header on Westwood One. The Raiders and the Chiefs, and under a lead pipe gray sky. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
We are Westwood. Fox Sports 1050 AM Decatur is WDZ Decatur. Stream Fox Sports 1050 anytime at nowdecatur.com.
Kansas City and Las Vegas here in week number 16 in the NFL. If the Chiefs win today, they are once again division champs. And so, Ryan Leaf, we have a bunch of inactives that are important for both of these teams. As we mentioned, Mayer out, Jacobs out for the Raiders. For Kansas City, Kadarius Toney is out, Jerick McKinnon is out. Which one of those matters most?
I would say Kadarius Toney for maybe a different reason than you think. The ability for him to maybe not be a liability today for Patrick Mahomes could be a difference maker.
Well, it's just about time for the opening kickoff, sponsored by Wranglers. 75 years of history and still blazing trails. Check out Wrangler.com today to discover new styles and all the latest denim trends. Wrangler, for the ride of life. The second time the Raiders and Chiefs have found each other on Christmas Day. It was 19 years ago, and now here in 2023 with the divisional title on the line, the Raiders' very faint playoff hopes still glimmering slightly. They'd need to win out. Away we go. Daniel Carlson approaches the ball at the 35 on the right. He drives through it. It is on its way to Richie James at the 2-yard line. Straight ahead at the 10, cutting outside 15, has a crease at the 20, bounces off a tackler at 25, up the sideline and out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And that is where Kansas City will start. Patrick Mahomes, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, 2-time MVP of the league as well. Isaiah Pacheco, the tailback, who is back this week, and a thinner receiving core, including Rashee Rice, Justin Watson, but again, without Kadarius Toney, and Mecole Hardman is out once again as well. First down and 10 from the 32. Strong side to the right, and a man in motion right to left. The tailback is Pacheco, and it's a stretch play to the right side. He breaks a tackle at the 32, and he is dumped down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on first down. That's Malcolm Kuntz who got the stop for Las Vegas. So, for Kansas City, left tackle is out. Donovan Smith. Wanye Morris takes over there. Joe Tooney is the left guard, the 8th-year man at NC State. Creed Humphrey has been a stalwart in his 3rd year with Kansas City. Trey Smith, Jawan Taylor, the right side of the line. Out of the shotgun, Mahomes. 2nd and 10 from the 32. Pacheco to his left. 2 wide receivers wide to the left as well. He takes the snap, and he fakes it into the belly of Pacheco, and he goes down behind the line of scrimmage at the 30-yard line. So Crosby takes him down, and they first meet in the offensive backfield. Loss of 2.
Yeah, it looked like there was some miscommunication in the backfield there. Isaiah Pacheco, who's been out the last couple weeks, doesn't take the handoff. Patrick Mahomes looks a little confused and dives towards the line of scrimmage where Max Crosby wraps him up and takes him to the ground, setting up a 3rd and long.
A minute 10 into the ball game. Ball nosing up at the 29. It is 3rd down and 13 coming up. Mahomes out of the shotgun. It's an empty backfield. Twins each way. He takes the snap. He's back in 5 steps. Loads of time to throw, and now the pocket collapses. He loses the ball, flicked it in the air, falls on top of it. Adam Butler wrapped him up, and Kansas City all the way back at the 21-yard line. So the Raiders absolutely get to Mahomes twice. It's a loss of 9 that time.
Max Crosby and Adam Butler run a game where Crosby comes underneath back into the inside, and he puts a lot of pressure that makes Patrick Mahomes step up right into the waiting arms of Adam Butler, who gets him to the ground. As he's taking him down, the ball pops up, like you said, almost a turnover there in their territory.
2 minutes into the ballgame, no score, another 3 and out on an opening drive for the Raiders defense. They lead the league in that. Tommy Townsend back to punt. He boots it away with a right foot, and it flies to DeAndre Carter back at the 22. He muffed it, put it on the deck. The Raiders try to fall on top of it. It's still live back at the 17-yard line, and now a massive scrum, and let's see who ends up with it. It is the Raiders. DeAndre Carter had to fight back at the bottom of the pile to snuff out a dangerous situation for the guys in white and silver.
This is the type of thing that Arrowhead brings to the table. The swirling winds, and DeAndre Carter is perfectly ready to catch the ball. He takes his eyes off it for a split second. It hits his face mask, and then it bounces around. But luckily for the Raiders, no one for the Kansas City Chiefs was down there around the football.
So Aiden O'Connell, the rookie quarterback, 1st and 10, hash mark left at the 18-yard line. He's got an eye backfield behind him. No Jacobs, so Zamir White will get the bulk of the carries. It's a handoff on a counter action. He roams to the left, and he dives forward to the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on a 1st down carry for White. So 2nd down and 7 coming up for the Raiders, and this offensive line is basically back to full strength as we do have a whistle after the play, and there is an injured Kansas City Chief. It looks like it's Mike Edwards who's down, the safety, the 5th-year man out of Kentucky. So 12:25 to go, first quarter, and no score here at Arrowhead Stadium. 0-0 Raiders and Chiefs early first quarter. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
We all want our young athletes to have a competitive advantage. If you think buying the newest, most expensive baseball bat or glove is going to give your kid the competitive edge, it's not. At Decatur Orthopedic Center, we know what matters is being an athlete. Being faster, being stronger, and more explosive. If you are looking for the edge that's going to give your athlete their peak performance, look at the Athletic Performance Program at Decatur Orthopedic Center. Visit DecaturOrthopedicCenter.com or call 217-864-2665 for more information.
Big things are happening at Southside Country Club. Southside Country Club has been a community gem for nearly 120 years. The People's Club, well known for its beautiful golf course, open year-round, but also a hot spot for all, ranging from family fun at the pool to a sparkling night at the restaurant, bar, or one of the club's dozens of annual events. But now, the Southside Golf Course is turning 100, and now you can get in on the party. That is, if you can handle a good Southside party. For the next 100 days, 100 new members celebrate with a 100-year special. Become a full-time member today for a $100 initiation fee, and for 2024, membership dues are only $100 a month. That's 100 years, $100 initiation, $100 a month for 2024, but only for the next 100 new members in the next 100 days. For more information on how to join this incredibly supportive community atmosphere, call 423-7789, or stop by and see us, or visit SouthsideCountryClub.com for more information. Special does include a 2-year contract. A year of celebrating 100 at Southside Country Club, where nobody does it like us.
Drinking and driving will change your whole world. Whether you get pulled over or get into a crash, things will never be the same. Getting a sober ride will change your world for the better. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
No score, 12:25 first quarter in Kansas City with Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti. Mike Edwards, a safety for Kansas City in red, just walked off under his own power to the near sideline. He's replaced by Jamari Connor, the rookie out of Virginia Tech, 4th-round pick for Kansas City this past year. They'll go broken eye, 2nd down and 6. Aiden O'Connell under center, the rookie out of Purdue. Ball up to the 22-yard line. White is the tailback. Austin Hooper left to right in motion. The tight end with Mayer out. O'Connell barks out the signals. 4-man front for Kansas City. He takes the snap. Play action fake. He's back at the 12. He's set and he gets wrapped up and dropped by Jones, the defensive tackle who is so good at getting to the quarterback. He has a sack, at least one, in his last 9.
Yeah, he is a big problem for anybody. This Raiders team was used to Chris Jones getting into the backfield. That was faster than it has been in the past. He just cleared the offensive lineman and was on Aiden O'Connell before he even had a chance to set his feet to throw the football.
So it sets up a 3rd down and 14 for the Raiders at the 14-yard line. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell, Abdullah to his left. It's a fluttery snap back to him. He looks at the screen and he spikes it down at the feet of a Kansas City player. It is incomplete. Mike Dana was closest to it, and that is a quick 3-and-out for the Raiders on their opening touch at 11:31 in the first.
You know, what's been so great about this Chiefs team this year? It's been the defense. And I think Steve Spagnuolo's been so overshadowed by Andy Reid and what they've done offensively that they forget how innovative he is on the defensive side of the football.
They are 4th best in overall defense in the NFL. They are top 3 in sacks as well. Richie James and Montrell Washington just up from the practice squad back to receive what's likely a boomer from A.J. Cole. With his heels on the goal line, he sends it skyward. There is a flag down, and it goes rolling past the 40-yard line to James at the 37. Up the near side, he dives forward across the 45 and just short of midfield with his helmet near the midfield stripe. But there are 2 markers down at the far sideline here at Arrowhead Stadium, and we will see at 11:21 in the
Illegal
first.
formation. Kicking team number 36 was not on the line of scrimmage. 5-yard penalty. We headed to the end of the run. First down, Kansas City.
That is our referee, the Omaha native, Clete Blakeman, the former Nebraska Cornhusker quarterback. On the call today.
Blakeman. That sounds like a quarterback's name.
What does Ryan Leaf sound like?
Well, sounds like a broadcaster's name, apparently.
At this point, yeah. Kansas City has great field position. 1st down and 10 from the plus 46. Mahomes out of the shotgun at the edge of the Arrowhead logo. He has Pacheco to his left and Watson in motion left to right. Mahomes takes the snap flowing to his left, throws that direction, and it's incomplete. Kelsey could not haul it in up the sideline, and he's frustrated with himself.
Well, I think he's been frustrated a lot this year in terms of, you know, his ability to catch the football this season has been a bit problematic. He's still really close to breaking 1,000 yards for the 8th consecutive season for a tight end, but it just seemed it's been a bit of a struggle here or there for him to catch the football.
They'll go out of the shotgun, 2nd down and 10. Ross wide to the right side. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Pacheco to his right, going in motion right to left. Movement at the line at the defensive end spot. He flings it out wide to the left, and they will blow it dead with a possible unabated to the quarterback situation there. So we'll check the marker, but both ends for the Raiders came firing off early.
False start. Offense number 4. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
They'll get Rashee Rice, the outstanding rookie wide receiver, so 2nd and 15 coming up at 11:17 in the first and no score.
The frustrating nature of that as an offensive play caller and especially the quarterback, you know, Rashee Rice, he has nothing to do out there but look at the ball being snapped. There's no reason for him to make any type of movement, and yet, once again, it's a pre-snap penalty setting back
I can hear frustration as a quarterback in your voice.
Yes.
2nd and 15, their own 49 out of the shotgun. Mahomes catches with his left hand, steps up in the pocket, rolls to his left at his own 45, sets to throw, now turns upfield, and he's ushered out of bounds at the plus 46 by Nate Hobbs, the third-year corner out of Illinois, getting the penalty yardage back, and it's 3rd down and long.
What makes Patrick Mahomes so good outside of the fact that he's got a rocket arm, great vision, and is intelligent as heck, is his feet.
Yep.
I mean, he may be the most established 3rd down quarterback that makes a defense who doesn't do anything wrong give up 1st downs because of his feet.
So this has been a very stout defense under Antonio Pierce for the Raiders. It'll be a 3rd down and 9, ball hash mark left. Mahomes takes a snap, back in 3, pump fake, and he is undercut and dropped. Sacked to the backfield by Malcolm Kuntz, all the way back inside the 50, and there is, in fact, a marker down.
Offsides, offense, number 11. The penalties declined, brings up 4th down.
Guess what, Ryan? It's an offside against the Kansas City offense. Has that been in the news?
I mean, it's glaring. And so for you not to then make sure you are on sides after it cost you a game here just 2 weeks ago against the Buffalo Bills. Amazing. I said this before the game about how Max Crosby and how his engine really catapulted this team. You're seeing it everywhere else on this defense now. At every position, they've seen that work ethic, and they are getting after it defensively.
And he is number 2 in the NFL to Danielle Hunter in tackles for loss. As Townsend is in punt formation back at the 33, he drops it and slices through it. Carter fades to his left to watch that thing fly and bounce at the 13 and go tumbling inside the 10, where it's touched up by Kansas City at about the 7-yard line. So an outstanding punt by Tommy Townsend to flip the field against a Raiders team that is very good at doing that very thing. It's a 46-yard punt and no return. So no score here in Kansas City. 10:02 in the first quarter on a cloudy Christmas day. It's the Raiders and the Chiefs, and you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
We all love to follow the pros. And when it comes to selling online, the pros trust Shopify. New Era, Allbirds, Untuckit, Skims, even Mattel. They all sell with Shopify because Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. And it's not just the big brands. Millions of businesses are boosting their sales with the same legendary Shopify checkout. Start selling like the pros and sell with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/kickoff.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
Hulu has live sports. Watch your favorite football teams with over 90 live channels, including ABC, CBS, ESPN, Fox, NBC, and more. Plus, get access to Hulu's entire streaming library, filled with top shows, movies, and originals. With Hulu Plus Live TV, get access to Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, all in one plan. Say goodbye to extra cable fees and get all the sports and entertainment you need with Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com.
Stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. Make AutoZone your end zone. Check engine light on. Get it checked with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Restrictions apply. Ryan Leaf, 3 drives so far. -11 yards, -4 yards, -7 yards. Guess what? We're scoreless.
Reminds me of my 1998 rookie start.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What were you in that game?
I completed 1 pass.
You were 1 for 1 early.
Yes.
Tremendous start for you.
We'll leave it at that.
Raiders football just across the 5-yard line at the 7. It's a single setback, and it's Zamir White O'Connell waving with his right arm, calling out signals over a 4-man front for Kansas City in red. They've got a motion man. Snap and a handoff goes to White. He zigzags back to the left and crashes forward through 2 Chiefs to the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5. He went into Leo Chanel, the second-year man out of Wisconsin.
Leo Chanel does a great job of being in the hole, but it was perfectly blocked by the offensive line. Exactly what you want. They ran zone with a cutback from the right back to the left, and Leo Chanel was right there to make the tackle, but you pick up 4 yards, 5 yards. That's what they need. Positive.
At 9:30 here in the first, O'Connell takes the snap, handoff straight ahead. White now has a crease through the right side. He spins across the 15, and with his back to the Chiefs defense, he's driven back toward the 12. They do stop play at the 18. It's a first down. Trent McDuffie stonewalled him, but a gain of 6, and our first down at Arrowhead Stadium today.
All you need is one, and then you start moving a little quicker. The offensive play caller starts to feel more in a rhythm, and they'll ask Aiden O'Connell to maybe do a little bit more. But the play-action pass, especially with the wide receiver situation, is going to be imperative, and you have to run the football like they did on those previous 2 downs.
On first down and 10 from the 18, they have Adams wide to the left, Myers slot left. O'Connell points out the linebacker with his left hand. He's under center. He takes the snap. He fakes the counter action, rolls to his right, throws that direction as the tight end, Cole Fotheringham, and he lunges himself forward to about the 24-yard line on a lunge there to get a couple extra yards, and it'll set up second down and medium.
Fotheringham is... When you catch the ball going to the outside like that, if you get a guy to miss, you don't want to go back inside where everybody's coming in and crashing to you. Though it's a good pickup, great job by Aiden O'Connell getting the ball out of his hand quickly to his tight end.
8:10 to go, first quarter, gain of 6 for Fotheringham. O'Connell working out of the shotgun. It's twins each direction at the 24-yard line. Hash mark right. He takes the snap waist high. He looks to his left. He throws that way and has Adams, who catches and crumples down at the 28-yard line. It is a first down. Once again, it looks like for the Raiders it's very close. And we will see. They will move the sticks at the far side.
Good thing, because he had some space to move. And when he caught the ball, you used the word, he crumpled to the ground rather than extending forward, and it was really a decision by the officials to ultimately give them that first down to move the chains.
Gain of 4 for Adams, his first catch number 85 on the year. Ball at the 28-yard line. O'Connell under center, play action fake. He's under pressure again from Jones. He has to whistle it out wide to the right. He does have a catch, and backpedaling out of bounds is Austin Hooper, the tight end, a couple yards, maybe a yard and a half short of the stick, right at the 37-yard line. Nice gain of 9.
Wonderful job by Aiden O'Connell of feeling the pressure on his left side, which is his blind side, and he's able to move just one step further to the right, and then he lets the ball go accurately. That gives his tight end a chance to make the catch, and another big passing play that puts him in a very, very manageable second down.
Would you take a shot here, maybe? 2nd and 1?
Yeah, play action.
Snap and a handoff to the slot man, Trey Tucker, running to the right. He's across the 40-yard line, and he crashes forward down to about the 42. So first down, Raiders, they go with the jet sweep that time. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on Fox later today when the New York Giants meet the Philadelphia Eagles. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on Fox. And, of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at westwood1sports.com. Gain of 5, first down and 10 Raiders, 6:09 to go in the first quarter. Broken eye formation. White is the tail of the tandem. O'Connell stands up tall, now hunches down under center once again. He takes the snap, play action one more time. He looks to the left, he wings it to the left, and he's got a completion again. Out of bounds into plus territory. It's a first down for Jacoby Myers and the Raiders.
What a great throw by Aiden O'Connell. All the way from the right hash to the left out of bounds. It shows his arm strength. And it was really a two-man route, and he perfectly puts it in place for another first down.
Some rhythm coming for O'Connell. Gain of 14. Snap from the 45. He throws it right over the middle, and let's see. That was nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Nick Bolton was the man that was right there as he spiked it into the ground near Bolton, who tried to get his hands underneath it. It is incomplete in 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just a miscommunication. Jacoby Myers is getting a little stop right at Nick Bolton, and Aiden O'Connell feels the pressure from Chris Jones and has to get rid of it, and almost a very, very costly mistake on 1st down.
Chris Jones has been a Christmas Day wrecker so far for Kansas City in red. Ball hash mark left out of the shotgun with White to his left for O'Connell. Adams in motion all the way wide to the left in the formation. Nobody out wide to the right. Snap, O'Connell quick set, fires over the middle. Once again, he has Myers across the 40 to the 37-yard line. 3rd and 2 coming up. A lot of zip on that 8-yard ball.
Yeah, like any quarterback, you want to be able to identify what's going on in the field. There, Kansas City brings a all-out blitz. He identifies it and then makes the accurate and correct throw to his sighted receiver, Jacoby Myers, over the middle to put him in a situation where they can run the football here because it may be 2-down territory.
Against the top 5 blitzing team in the NFL. 3rd down and 2, snap and a draw handoff for White, running to the right side. He's across the 1st down line to the 33, and he's tackled there by Bolton, the linebacker. It's a 1st down for the Raiders against a defense without the safety, Mike Edwards, who is questionable to return with a knee injury.
Perfectly executed, and it doesn't happen if they don't get that pass on 2nd down that sets up a 3rd and 2. There they had the whole playbook at hand to run the football, throw it, and they run it perfectly to pick up another 1st down. This is a heck of a drive for the Raiders here on the road.
1st down and 10 at the 33. 4:19 to go in the 1st. Myers in motion left to right. Snap and a handoff. Play action twice. O'Connell throws to the right side. He's got a completion. Myers running up the right sideline into open space and finally cut down inside the 15-yard line down to the 12. 1st down again for the Raiders. It's a gain of 21. Check the Raiders stats inside the red zone, sponsored by CDW for cloud mobility, security, and data center solutions. Turn to CDW. 38 chances, 19 touchdowns, 12 field goals. Points here early, imperative. Snap, they'll throw it wide to the left side. It's caught there by Tucker, but he is in a thicket of red, and he is dropped outside of the 15. Shamari Connor up from that safety spot, replacing Edwards with the big hit for a loss of 4.
But really, Ladarius Sneed is the guy. He edges to the outside, and Devontae Adams simply doesn't get his hands on Sneed to get him, which allows him to make a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And big play by their star corner, Ladarius Sneed, the 4th-year man out of La Tech,
who has yet to allow a touchdown this year. 3:04 to go in the 1st. 2nd down and 14 coming up. O'Connell takes the snap, looks to the right, throws that direction. It's juggled slightly and eventually caught at the 12-yard line where Hooper is down right there. He was in a bracket of coverage, including Bolton, and it's 3rd down coming up for the Raiders.
I'm playing quarterback in this Raiders offense, and if it's me, my eyes don't leave number 17. Right, Devontae Adams for me is my guy, my target, and if no one's going to cover him, I'm going to him all the time. There's some frustration out there right now from the all-pro wide receiver.
He is wide to the right, Sneed in front of him, and a flag comes down at the 1-yard line by the goal line. This was going to be a 3rd down and 12. Is it 12 men on the field?
12 men on defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
So, with the rain coming down, some boos follow here in Kansas City at 2:25 to go in the 1st, and the Raiders inch toward the goal line. They'll be down at the 7-yard line of scrimmage now. They can get a 1st down at the 2.
And I feel like this is another one of those opportunities, Jason, where they could run the football, because with what they have to gain by winning the last 3 games and the possibility of the playoffs, you're going to go for broke.
No score, 3rd and 5. See what they do out of the shotgun. O'Connell approaches, clapping his hands, waiting for the snap. He takes it. He's back to throw. He fakes right. He throws right. He's got a completion for Abdullah, and he is crushed immediately. L'Jarius Sneed got the hit. It's a gain of 1 only, and at 1:50 to go in the first, it looks like the Raiders will bring on the field goal team at Carlson.
Yeah, it was a hitch, just a slight hitch by Aiden O'Connell, and that hitch will get you killed in this league. And he's late to his check down and allows the defense to rally and make the tackle before they could pick up the first down.
It's a 24-yard field goal for Carlson from the hash mark right. Out of the hold of A.J. Cole in the white jersey for the Raiders. He approaches, he swings the leg. It is on the way, and it is good. So the Raiders have broken the scoreless tie here in Kansas City at 1:18 in quarter number 1. 3-0 the Raiders with the first lead of the game. And a reminder that for every field goal made this afternoon and throughout the remainder of the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 3-0. The Raiders have taken the lead over the Chiefs. 1:18 to go in the first quarter here at Arrowhead Stadium, where just like that, the rain has stopped. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit Abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Okay, hear me out. There's only one thing that can make the holidays even more magical, and it's Kohl's clearance deals. I just got 70% off some really great favorites for winter, like cozy fleece sweatshirts for my kids, a cute sweater for me, and comfy pajamas for my husband. Kohl's for the win. And now I'm off to share my holiday haul with my family. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Is your phone plan messing with your savings plan? Don't get stuck paying for things you don't want. With Verizon, you only pay for what you need. And for a limited time, when you bring your own phones to a Verizon store, you'll get an amazing price on your plan. Plus, you'll save on things you actually love, like the Netflix and Max with Ads bundle. And it's on our award-winning 5G network. Bring your phones to your Verizon store today for an incredible deal. A better plan to save is Verizon. Additional terms and conditions apply.
3-0 Raiders with the lead. Ball at the 35-yard line as they will tee it up. Carlson on the approach at 1:18 to go in the first. And Kansas City will get it back as he swings the leg, and it goes end over end down to the 8-yard line. Richie James up the hash mark, cuts to the other hash mark across the 20, and he is shouldered down at about the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Kansas City. And let's check the drive summary, sponsored by Puffs Plus Lotion Tissues. Help protect your nose from winter blues. Use Puffs Plus Lotion for every achoo. Did I act that out well enough for you?
That was great.
15 plays, 87 yards, 844, nothing to sneeze at for the Raiders.
Great. I love it.
It's 1st and 10 for the 25-yard line. Pacheco to the left of Mahomes out of the shotgun. Kelsey in motion, tight to the left. Out of the shotgun snap, he fakes left, he throws right. It's caught by Pacheco, and he is undercut and dropped beautifully. Inside the 20-yard line by Nate Hobbs, who stood up, pumped his fist, and was absolutely fired up, a loss of 6.
It's rare that you see things that Kansas City does multiple times all year long. They are so innovative every week, but Nate Hobbs saw that from the moment the ball was snapped. He eyed the screen and was on him in the backfield.
And so it sets up a 2nd down and 16, 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Out of the shotgun again, the snap, Mahomes whips it out wide to the left, caught by Pacheco. He veers to the right, and he's stopped at the 19, stood up by Robert Spillane, the leading tackler for the Raiders, and they are amped right now. That defense is fired up. It's a gain of 1.
I mean, there's something to going out and beating a divisional opponent 63-21. And then having 10 days just to bask in that glow of it. I mean, there is some real energy, like you talked about, that this defense is playing with, and there's confidence in that Las Vegas locker room.
That was after no points the week prior, but 63 points last week, and they haven't beaten Kansas City since 2020. Right now, the Raiders have the lead. That's the end of the first quarter. The score, Las Vegas 3, Kansas City nothing. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Wager at BetMGM to earn BetMGM rewards points that can be redeemed for online credits. You can also redeem your points at MGM resorts nationwide. Play, earn, and enjoy with BetMGM rewards. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. Illinois only. New and existing customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets. Bonus bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or by texting ILGAMB to 53342. In partnership with Paradise Hotel Casino. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-5050. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Iowa, call 1-800-BETS-OFF. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Selling online is a lot like football. You need guts. You need stamina. You need conversions. Touchdown! And Shopify is the best converting checkout on the planet. Now, we're not just talking 2-point conversions. Shopify's checkout converts up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. So whether you're just starting out or scaling up, score more sales with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/kickoff.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome back to Arrowhead Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti. Our score, Las Vegas 3, Kansas City nothing. And the start of the second quarter is sponsored by the Home Depot. This holiday, the Home Depot is helping you get gifts that keep on giving with savings all month long at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Kansas City has the football out of the quarter break. From the 20-yard line, Mahomes working out of the shotgun, 3rd down and 15. They have to get to the 35. He's empty in the backfield. There was movement at the line. Mahomes back to throw, standing at the 8, zips it down the middle, incomplete, but there is a marker down on the near side, and then 2 late ones from the defensive backfield as well. Brandon Facyt had the coverage on Travis Kelce, and we'll see what the markers are. Officials talking on the near side. This was 3rd and 15, remember.
There are 2 fouls against the defense. Holding, number 21. Neutral zone infraction, number 21. Neutral zone at the snap. Kansas City will choose to elect the holding foul, which is a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
If Clete Blakeman sounds like he's in a wind tunnel, he is. It is windy down there, Ryan. It is a first down, but I want to ask you, for a quarterback, hearing that, what does that signal to you about the conditions today?
Well, I had a chance to be down on the field pregame and watch these quarterbacks, and they found a really good way of cutting it through that wind. I was impressed. We don't like to see it and feel it out there, but these quarterbacks that are playing today are very comfortable with it.
First down play action, Mahomes under pressure from Crosby, and he has to dump it out of bounds. It is incomplete, so the pursuit was hot. Mahomes ended up on the ground, and he took a whack with the left hand from Crosby, who helped him up and then hit him in the helmet.
Hey, it's a love tap, and they love each other. They've made that very clear. Yeah, and
you believe that?
You know what I do? I think there's a real respect between these two players. They're maybe two of the best at their positions in this league, and so they understand, and they're going to be after one another all day.
It'll be a second down and 10 here. Crosby at the top of the formation to the left side. Mahomes under center, takes the snap, hands it on stretch play left. Pacheco has it with his yellow gloves, and he is dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 3. Malcolm Kuntz bursts down the door, and the Raiders create another negative play for Kansas City.
This defense has been spectacular. Ever since Antonio Pierce took over, there's just been a physicality to the defense from the linebacker position. And also, I feel like Tyree Wilson, the rookie who had underwhelmed a little bit early on, has really stepped up in this new kind of physical defensive outlook that Antonio Pierce brought when he became the interim head coach.
Coming back from injury he suffered in college. This will be a third down and 13. Ball at the 22, hash mark left. Mahomes takes the snap in his own territory, launching left, wide to the left side, caught by Rice, who tiptoes out of bounds at about the 33, so he's going to be 2 yards short. Robertson shoved him to the paint. It's a gain of 11 and a half. Would you think about it? Would you think about it 4th and 2 with a division title on the line?
I would hate to see the Raiders all of a sudden go up 10-0. You know, that for me would be difficult at home. So I get what Andy Reid's doing here. I want to go back to the throw by Patrick Mahomes there. From the pocket, someone at his feet, right hand down there, and he fired it right into the wind all the way across to the other side where Rashee Rice was just a yard and a half short of the first down.
And Rice 7+ catches in the last 4 games. First look there as Carter back to receive the punt at the 18. Townsend steps through it, sends it in the air. Carter waves for the fair catch and launches his body into a fair catch, shoulder high at the 25-yard line. A full body experience there. Las Vegas 3, Kansas City nothing. 13-17 second quarter from Kansas City. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The United Way NFL Challenge is back for year 2. Pick winners of NFL games all season long for a $5 donation to the United Way campaign. The best week each week wins $100. Pick'em cards available by emailing alee@uwdecatur.org or visit sponsor locations Dale South Lake Pharmacy in South Shores, Cody's Corner Drugs in Forsyth, or Goodfellas Fine Cigars on Merchant Street. Also sponsored by Buick Real Estate Agent Cole Babcock and Beck-Tech, where safety's reimagined. For more info and the standings, visit uwdecatur.org.
The Decatur Park District turns 100 in 2024 with a year-long celebration planned filled with exciting events and activities. Kicking off the year with the Community Breakfast January 18th at the Decatur Indoor Sports Center. Breakfast provided by Bistro 537. Connect with fellow community members and revel in our shared history. Tickets are $10 or $100 for a table. Available at DecaturParks.org. Join us in honoring the Decatur Park District's 100th anniversary.
I can't wait for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
13-17 to go. Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth at Arrowhead Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti. Huddle up with Grainger to get more done. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call clickgranger.com or stop by one of our over 250 branch locations. Early stages, second quarter, 3-0 Raiders with the ball once again from their own 25-yard line as Kansas City just had its first drive for positive yards today.
It's just been a fight all year long. An absolute fight for the Kansas City Chiefs every single game.
Johnson in motion, the fullback, tight to the formation right for the Raiders, and O'Connell in the silver pants with the black stripe. Snap, fake the handoff for White. He's back at the 17. He's set sturdily in the pocket, whistles it right side, incomplete. Too much for Davante Adams, and Mike Edwards there on the coverage. He's back in for this series, the safety out of Kentucky.
Again, Aiden O'Connell just being a rookie, there's a little bit of a hitch that's right there, and he pulls it back in. Fires it again at Davante Adams. He wanted him a little bit earlier.
Is that processing? What is that?
I just think he's afraid to make a mistake, which is okay being a rookie, especially backed up. So you don't make the mistake, but you also may miss an opportunity for a wide-open Davante Adams that could have resulted in a big play.
It leaves him with 2nd down and 10 for the 25-ball hash mark right. Tucker wide to the right. O'Connell takes the snap, looking that direction. He pumps again and throws it too hard behind Adams, off his hands on a crossing route, and 3rd down coming up. And Davante Adams had a lot of room to run that time at 13:07 in the second.
Again, a little bit of a hesitation with Davante and him. It's a route that makes him stop and then accelerate, and they just seem to be a tad bit off. If you would have let him, he may still be running, Jason.
Instead, it's 3rd down and 10. The crowd swells. Kansas City shows a 4-man rush. However, they do blitz from the corner a bunch. Snead near side matched up with Davante Adams, who slightly walks in motion. Shotgun snap, 3rd and 10. O'Connell fades back, gets hit as he throws and airmails it across the 50, incomplete. So 3 consecutive incompletions, and Trent McDuffie was there to set up the clock ticking on O'Connell. They do come from a lot of different places, don't they?
And that's the thing about Steve Spagnuolo. He does a tremendous job of scheming up defense, and now he feels really comfortable with some of the guys that he has back there. But going back to Aiden O'Connell and his offensive performance there, all 3 passes, there were receivers open, and it just was not accurate enough to make it go.
Will this be what builds the momentum for Kansas City? 13:02, second quarter, 3-0 Raiders, and punt formation for A.J. Cole, the net punting leader in the NFL. This one goes soaring through the air, back at the 25, and a fair catch for Richie James to set up a 1st down for the Kansas City Chiefs when we come back. 3-0, the Raiders lead the Chiefs. 12:55 to go, first half. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Okay, hear me out. There's only one thing that can make the holidays even more magical, and it's Kohl's clearance deals. I just got 70% off some really great favorites for winter, like cozy fleece sweatshirts for my kids, a cute sweater for me, and comfy pajamas for my husband. Kohl's for the win. And now I'm off to share my holiday haul with my family. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
The Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon are taking over Orlando with the league's biggest star players and you. The reimagined spectacle features skills competitions, NFL legends, and unforgettable player moments, all leading up to Sunday's star-studded AFC versus NFC flag football finale at Camping World Stadium. Be there live and soak up football fun in the sun all weekend long. The Pro Bowl games presented by Verizon, Sunday, February 4th. Go to ProBowl.com/tickets to get yours today.
If you're in the market for a new tractor, you need to do one little thing. Discover a tractor with best value in class, a 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, and backed by an award-winning dealer network. With some of the highest lift capacity and more standard features included than the competition, you need to check out TYM Tractors. Go to TYMOffers.com right now. Pick your tractor and the offer, and you decide if my idea was a great idea. TYMOffers.com. Go there now.
You can thank me later.
Susie Schuster and Amy Trask present offbeat conversations and expert sports commentary as they ask, what the football?
The Chiefs are leading the league in drop passes, but I'll tell you what sounds ridiculous to me is I should have thrown the ball a couple inches shorter. Can you really tell me that that was an error? There was not.
That's magnificent leadership by Patrick Mahomes to take the pressure off the receiver, and he did what I believe great leaders do. Give all credit to others and accept all blame.
Totally agree, but it's an insane thing to say.
What the Football. The podcast is available Tuesdays, wherever you listen.
The NFL's Inspire Change initiative focuses on reducing barriers to opportunity and creating progress in education, economic advancement, community and police relations, and criminal justice reform. Learn more at NFL.com/Inspire Change. 3-0 Raiders with the lead. Kansas City has the ball. They're in the huddle after a Las Vegas drive of just 22 seconds after an 8-minute 44-second Raiders drive last time they had it. 1st and 10 from the 26. Mahomes takes the snap, hands it off. It's to the right, and it's Pacheco crashing right into the line. He's down there, and it's no gain into a pile of white and silver. 2nd and 10.
Jason, only 3 plays of the 12 runs so far for the Kansas City Chiefs have gained a yard. This defense is feeling it. They have that Chargers game from 10 days ago where they contributed mightily to that 63-point difference.
Yep.
They are been physical up front, and they've been playing with confidence and speed, and that at the NFL level is all you need when you're not thinking too much.
Kansas City will use a timeout here, but the Raiders are playing fast. 12:26 to go first half. And this reminder, COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines. If you're more likely to get very sick from COVID, ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com, sponsored by Pfizer. The emotional impact, Ryan Leaf, of Antonio Pierce taking over is what?
I think that the relatability to having a former player in there when you're going through adverse times, I think was greatly important for this organization and for that locker room, and clearly how they started out with the 2 wins over the New York squads.
Right on the shoot against the Giants, then following that up. 2nd and 10 from the 26 in their own territory. Mahomes takes the snap, snaps it off wide to the right side, and he wanted Valdez-Scantling. That is incomplete, and Mahomes looks a little bit frustrated, not completely on target. 3rd and 10.
No, I think that's a very accurate point of his accuracy. He's not been accurate today, for whatever reason. The throws have been behind receivers or ill-timed. The one throw that was great was the throw to Rashee Rice on the 3rd down. That wasn't enough, but yeah, there's been a little thing off with the wide receivers and Travis Kelce so far in this game.
They'll go twins each way, 3rd down and 10. Valdez-Scantling in motion, snap to Mahomes. He's back at the 15. He sets, he throws, got a crosser. Rice caught at the 38, dragged down at the 40-yard line. 1st down, Kansas City. Nate Hobbs finally whistled down Rice, but a big roar from this crowd on the 1st down.
And I think there's something to speak of to the confidence level. When you have confidence in a wide receiver, and right now, simply, it feels like the only receiver he has true confidence in is Rashee Rice.
He got him for 12 that time. 1st down and 10 from their own 40-yard line for Kansas City, trailing 3-0. 11:45 in the 1st half. Mahomes under center, takes a snap. Play action fake, Pacheco. He sets, now he flows to the left. He's got his head down. He runs across the 35 and the 40 and tiptoes out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Such an easy trot for Mahomes. He ends up gaining 5.
Good job of him keeping his eyes down the field. But as he reached the line of scrimmage, he felt he could get some positive yards and set up a very manageable next play and keeps himself safe, doesn't get touched, and steps out of bounds.
Look, he has kept Kansas City afloat offensively so much of this year. He's been a fixer.
He is. As much as you look at Lamar Jackson, that's what Patrick Mahomes is to Kansas City.
2nd down and 5, handoff to Pacheco, looking for the second door, and that crumples down at the 48-yard line. He's crashed down by Divine Diablo, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 for Kansas City. Don't miss all the NFL action Thursday night on Amazon Prime Video when the New York Jets meet the Cleveland Browns. And, of course, you can hear Thursday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at WestwoodOneSports.com. Kansas City top 5 in the NFL third down. Called a 3rd down and 3. They have to get just across midfield. Ball at the 48 hash mark left. Trips right. Mahomes takes the snap. Rolling to the right. He throws to the right. He's got it right at the stick. It's caught by Richie James, who spins out of the tackle and goes down at the 47 in Raider territory. Because of Butler, it's a gain of 5 and a first down, Kansas City.
Yeah, defensively, I think there was some confusion. You couldn't decipher from up here whether they were playing zone or man. You had guys running free all over the field. He hits his wide receiver on the flat route, and he's able to pick up another first down.
Former 49ers draft pick Richie James, who Andy Reid said this week, we got to play him more. One snap isn't nearly enough. 1st and 10 for the Raider 47. Ball hash mark right. Mahomes quick set. Throws a screen wide to the right side. It's caught and rumbling across the 30 to the 25. Travis Kelce all the way down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. That was a quick lickety-split screen to Kelce and a gain of 24.
And the defense identifies it immediately. Kelce just does a tremendous job, and you can't really speak to what he did other than he steps inside the defender and caught the ball behind the line of scrimmage, allowing his blockers to get ahead. And then his speed and acceleration and power got him the big game.
9:14 to go first half. Ball at the 23 in Raider territory. A deep march here for Kansas City. Mahomes out of the shotgun, takes the snap, fakes the screen, now throws the screen. Kelce two-handed catch up across the numbers 20, and he barrels forward inside the 20-yard line into Divine Diablo. That was a nasty run by Kelce to the 17, gain of 7, and the Chiefs are in the CDW red zone.
Try to go back to the same screen or make it look like the same screen. He pump fakes to the right. He wants to get the slot receiver down the middle. Great job by the middle linebacker of covering up. So what does he do? Kelce becomes the check down, and he hits Kelce with that, who turns it into a 6-yard gain and gets some little dirt going here, and the fan base responds.
Yeah, a little grit coming for Kansas City, wouldn't you say? 2nd down from the 17. Pacheco, the tailback. They'll stuff it into his belly, running left and ahead of steam across the 15. And he drives the pile forward to the 12-yard line. Finally, Bilal Nichols took him down. Gain of 5, first down. Kansas City has some strut going right now at 8:08 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I like that. A little swag right now. And this is what Kansas City has always been. No matter what, Patrick Mahomes always looks back to the idea that, hey, we're one play away. We really are. With what we do and how explosive we are offensively, just keep letting us truck it a little bit more, and now they're inside the red zone. And, if they are able to get 6, whoa.
There's no quarterback. There's nobody back there to take the snap. Now Pacheco goes in motion. He's in a wildcat formation, takes the snap, fakes a handoff to Mahomes, running left across the 10, tiptoes 5, into the end zone, touchdown! Raiders corner Jack Jones called Patrick Mahomes the magician. He said, you stop the magician, you stop the act. The act continued without him, with trickery into the end zone for Kansas City's first lead at 7:34 in the second quarter. 6-3 Chiefs. There was no quarterback for a while.
I want to break this down, but that was amazing.
Creed Humphrey had nobody to snap the ball to. The extra point for Harrison Butker is on the way, and it's good. And it's 7-3 Kansas City. Ryan,
to your point, I don't know if Pacheco was supposed to line up and when moved out to the side, but he motioned back after there was no one there. Great play call, fake to Patrick, and then he had all the blocking lined up for a touchdown run.
That stuff's supposed to happen in Las Vegas, not against Las Vegas, in Kansas City. 7-3 Chiefs over the Raiders. 7:34 second quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, She's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
We all love to follow the pros. And when it comes to selling online, the pros trust Shopify. New Era, Allbirds, Untuckit, Skims, even Mattel. They all sell with Shopify because Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. And it's not just the big brands. Millions of businesses are boosting their sales with the same legendary Shopify checkout. Start selling like the pros and sell with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/kickoff.
7-3 Kansas City leads the Raiders. 7:34 to go first half from Gray Sky, Kansas City, Missouri. But a play that got the Chiefs into the end zone that you typically see in terms of a magic act as a ratings grab on the New Year's Eve television special. Isaiah Pacheco was not in the backfield. Neither was Mahomes. Pacheco goes into the backfield, takes a snap, runs into the end zone, and the Raiders played look over there. Now Las Vegas will get it back on the approach. Harrison Butker drives it toward DeAndre Carter, and that will be a touchback. The Raiders will have it. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the National Football League.
We are Fox Sports 1050 AM Decatur is WDZ Decatur. Stream Fox Sports 1050 anytime at nowdecatur.com.
With Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti, our entire crew here in Kansas City, where the Chiefs, with a win, take the AFC West title. 7:34 to go, second quarter. Raiders football, hash mark left. Aiden O'Connell, the rookie out of the north suburbs of Chicago, under center with Zamir White behind him. Josh Jacobs out today, injured and ill. He takes the snap, hands it off for White, who chops his steps across the line of scrimmage and dives forward for about 3. Second down and 7 coming up. Later on, we'll select the Defender of the Game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DOD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org.
Kansas City really daring the Las Vegas Raiders to take shots down the field, line up 5 down linemen, linebackers within 2 or 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
O'Connell takes a snap, hands it off for White, running to the left. He gets to the second level, and he lurches forward across the 35, down at the 36. First down. He got to that third level in Mike Edwards.
I mean, the adjectives are just on point today, Jason. Lurching. I loved it. First down.
Thank you. Been watching a lot of Munsters. First down and 10 at the 36 off the gain of 8. O'Connell out of the shotgun, trips to the right, snapping a handoff right into the body of White again, and he drives to the 39 where he's stopped by Derek Nottie, the 6-year player out of Florida State, gain of 3.
You know, interesting play selection after last series. Of course, 3 consecutive passes. You set up a punt, you give up a touchdown instead. Antonio Pierce probably had the ear of his offensive play caller there and said, okay, let's get back to what we do. We run the football, we play defense. And 3 consecutive running plays to start this drive for the Las Vegas Raiders.
The one thing the Chiefs have not had is takeaways. Great in the sack department, great in terms of total defense. We have not seen that ball hawking as we're down to 5:55 in the first half. Second down and 7. Adams in motion left to right. Here's the snap. O'Connell throwing to the near side. It's Adams, and it's off his hand, incomplete. trying to look back over the shoulder for the ball at the 45 with L'Jarius Sneed right on top of him. 3rd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Right on top of him, L'Jarius Sneed has been exceptional this year, always going against the top wide receiver for the opponent. This is a perfectly thrown pass right on the back left shoulder of Devontae Adams, who's used to making those catches for all those years with Aaron Rodgers. Instead, L'Jarius Sneed knocks the ball away.
He is the leader in targets for the Raiders both today and on the season. 3rd down and 7. The crowd roars. Amir Abdullah, the 3rd down back, is the sidecar to the right of Aiden O'Connell, who stops his right foot, takes the snap, hands it off, parallel run. Abdullah, he flows to the left, and he is upended short of the line to gain. Justin Reed in hot pursuit. It's a gain of 4 to the left sideline, and 4th down coming. A staunch play by the Chiefs safety.
Yeah, good point around that. The safety not fooled on a 3rd and 7 field. That is predominantly a pass down. Instead, they run the football. He still uses good eye integrity. His run fits and gets to the running back and gets him down for a loss.
Well played by Kansas City, who's only allowed 62 yards passing for O'Connell. 5:09 to go first half. Snap goes back to Cole from the 30. He swings the leg and sends a line drive kick to the near side right. That is a dandy that goes rolling out of bounds at the 12.5-yard line. A.J. Cole is a massive weapon, leading the league in net punting, and he flips the field there for the Las Vegas Raiders. 44-yard punt, and will step aside. 7-3 Kansas City over Las Vegas. 5 minutes to go first half. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football is a game of inches, and while we've advanced the ball down the field, our efforts to achieve equality are still far from the goal. But we are in it for the long haul. For years, P&G has used its voice to shine a light on inequalities and bias, and through sustained and meaningful actions, change is being made. P&G is dedicated to improving the future of boys and men of color, supporting the success of black women entrepreneurs, expanding efforts that will improve the child care industry in the U.S., and much more. So we invite you to join us and take action to ensure the home field advantage is everyone's advantage. Go to pg.com/take-on-race to learn more. Read, watch, donate, and engage in the quest for a more equitable world for everyone.
Hey y'all, I'm Lainey Wilson. I've worn Wrangler jeans since I was itty-bitty doing chores on Daddy's farm. This season's styles will have you ready for the fall and all those crisp mornings and cool days ahead. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Every Westwood One NFL broadcast this season is being streamed for free. From now until Super Bowl 58 in February, you can listen to our coverage of every primetime game via the NFL's official app on WestwoodOneSports.com or by asking your Alexa-enabled device to open Westwood One Sports. Kansas City in red under a low ceiling will work out of the shotgun. Pacheco out of the shotgun to hand to Mahomes, who put it on the ground. The Raiders pick it up and rumble into the end zone. Bilal Nichols just grabbed it from right on the turf like it was literally a Christmas present and unwrapped it in the end zone for another Raiders defensive touchdown the last couple of weeks. 9-7, the Raiders take the lead. 4:55 in the second quarter.
This is the second time we've seen it happen, where the handoff has been difficult between Isaiah Pacheco and they run it. It's a trick play is what it is. They set the snap directly to Pacheco, and he tries to run kind of the zone read with Mahomes. And back backed up, fumble, and it cost some points.
So the Chiefs' turnover margin now craters at -9. Carlson ready to approach for the extra point. Tough snap. He never got a foot on it. And Cole is under siege. Down he goes at the 25-yard line. Justin Reed got in there first. And look, the rain has stopped, but this game right now is acting like it's happening in a hurricane.
You want points? I want points. Here, have some points. It's
take them.
Take them. It's a giveaway. It's Christmas. Let's go. It's Santa Claus. It's
philanthropy, really, is what it is.
It is. Andy Reid simply loves to do some different things, okay? And, interesting points on the field. If you recall, a year ago in this game, in Las Vegas, they ran the merry-go-round, where they spun around and
ring around the rosy.
They run a crazy play there that gets them the touchdown. Why not? They line up Isaiah Pacheco in the backfield, direct snap to him. He is supposed to hand the ball ultimately off to Patrick Mahomes, who would then run the play from that point. A miscommunication. The ball is knocked loose by each other and picked up and waltzed in for points. And then the inability to kick the extra point, and the score is 9-7.
The only people who lose in the last 10 minutes of football are those rooting for overtime today. Everything else has been highly entertaining, but at 9-7, it's very unlikely we'll have bonus football here, as it is 9-7 Raiders, 4:55 to go in the first half, as Carlson tees it up for Richie James, who's standing back at the 15-yard line. Ball at the left side, and he approaches in the silver pants and slices through it into the end zone and through the end zone for a touchback. So Kansas City will have it now. If you're the Chiefs and you're Matt Nagy, what does this possession look like? Do you back off the stuff a little bit?
I mean, it hasn't been who they are. They've never backed off anything. But I do feel like there's been some substantive difference when losing Eric Bieniemy. It just has. You cannot look at what we see on the field right now and say there's something different to this Kansas City offense.
They are top 10, as you said, in points per game, but that's not the rarefied air they've been in before. Shotgun snap, Mahomes first down. He snaps it off far side. It is intercepted going the other way, and a pick six for the Raiders. To the house it goes. Jack Jones again with a pick six. Back-to-back weeks. And the Raiders have stolen more points by their defense. 15-7.
Really looked predetermined for Patrick Mahomes, rolling to his right. Wide receivers coming open over the middle, and he's just late. He's late with the throw, and Jack Jones, who had the top PFF grade from a week ago at 90, almost 95, makes the play, jumps it, sees it, and does exactly what he's supposed to and takes it to the house for the Las Vegas Raiders.
A guy that played in high school for Antonio Pierce. They get him from the Patriots this season, and his level of play has grown and grown and grown. He played for him in college as well, at Arizona State under Herm Edwards when Antonio Pierce was the defensive coordinator. Now the Raiders are going to go for two left to right here from the 2-yard line. Brandon Bolden is in. O'Connell will work out of the shotgun. Bolden is wide to the left as part of Twins left. Now he motions into the backfield. O'Connell staring over this stacked defense for Kansas City. It's a high snap fake. It goes to Bolden, who trudges forward toward the goal line, right around the goal line. The officials converge. Let's see, is he in? He is. It was a fake high snap. O'Connell threw his body flailing in the air. Bolden ends up taking the snap and running it in, and any type of play you would want in this game has already happened at 17-7 Las Vegas with 2 touchdowns in a matter of 7 seconds.
It's an amazing play call on 2-point conversion. It's the old fake punt is what it is. It makes the punter go high, ball snapped directly to the running back, but then what Bolden does so well, he hesitates just a little bit, and that hesitation right before contact allowed him to sneak in and get skinny as he dived over to the goal line there to pick up the 2 points, and now we're assured the overtime you said was not to be.
That's true. Later on, we'll choose the highlight of the game, sponsored by Wrangler. 75 years of history and still blazing trails. Check out Wrangler.com today to discover new styles and all the latest denim trends. Wrangler, for the ride of life. we may have just seen the Wrangler play of the game. I think it's safe to say this ball game has gotten into the eggnog. There's a lot going on here at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. A long name to fit a wild game.
Do you know, I've never had eggnog in my life.
You've never?
Never.
Neither have I, actually. Well, I'm just making assumptions.
That's awesome.
Here's the kickoff from Carlson, and James will watch it fly through the end zone. It's a touchback. Let's see what the third in this film series, this trilogy of Kansas City's offense giving to the Raiders is like.
I will say this. For whatever reason, the offensive play calling has been rather stale. I mean, it's been inventive in some instances, but Patrick Mahomes is almost being told this is where we want to and this is where we want to go with the football, and it's been a little predetermined. And clearly Jack Jones, this defense, they've seen some things on film.
DJ Turner, by the way, Ryan, is the player down for the Raiders. He was just helped to his feet at the 10-yard line, and so they will help him off. And now there's a scrum at about the 15. Some players getting face-to-face with one another as it gets a little dicey there. There's sort of a Jets and Sharks wall. On one side, it's the Raiders on the left, and then the Chiefs on the right. They've been separated, and we heard it from a number of Raiders players this week who said, look, we haven't beaten them in 3 years now. We want there to be that level of swag. Antonio Pierce said it. When I think of the Raiders, I think of that level of confidence, and we just haven't seen it in this series recently.
And they've had a lot of success this year, right? They go to Denver early in the year and win. They play the Chiefs well, but don't get it done at home. And then the absolute beatdown of the Chargers last week.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Timeout Raiders, that's their first. Kansas City has used one as well at 4:48 in the second quarter, 17-7 Raiders. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. In-game highlights, direct links to listen to live games, behind-the-scene photos, and more. Follow Westwood One Sports on X. You can also find Ryan Leaf's self-deprecation on X regarding his time here in Kansas City, which went fairly well for a little while.
Hey, it set up a great future, and that's what we're about.
Hey, we're here
Solutions.
together. That's what matters. First down and 10 out of the shotgun. Quick set for Mahomes. He whips it wide left, caught by Rice. Up the numbers 30, outside the numbers, out of bounds at the 34-yard line. He ends up with 9 in his pocket as Robertson ushered him toward the sideline, and 2nd and 1 coming up.
I'm sure Andy Reid had a conversation with Matt Nagy and said, hey, best players on the field for us offensively right now is Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, and Patrick Mahomes. Those three are going to be the catalyst of this next drive.
It's Pacheco to his left for Mahomes. Kelce in motion coming toward the formation right to left. Mahomes the snap. He throws it over the middle. Has Watson two-handed grab. He spun around and dumped at the 43-yard line. It's a first down for the Kansas City Chiefs. They will move the sticks at 4:07 to go in the first half. It's a gain of 9.
Sometimes when you go into 2 minute and that mindset is for the quarterback to be quick and the defense kind of feels like they're playing a little protective, that allows for you to get in a rhythm as a quarterback, and it's why I do think Patrick Mahomes just excels so much when you get into this 2 minute situations.
He has Rice off the field. First down and 10. Short side left. He's out of the shotgun. Kelce near side left. They'll motion James. Snapping a handoff. Pacheco running inside right. He crashes forward and goes head-to-head right into Spillane, where he's dropped at the 48-yard line. Gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for Kansas City in red. 2 timeouts and 3:29 to go in the first.
You know, Robert Spillane, when Antonio Pierce took over, he said something during the week. He talked about how Josh Jacobs on the offensive side, it was going to be about him and how he made things go. And then instead of saying Max Crosby on the defensive side, he mentioned Robert Spillane, the linebacker who was going to have to make the difference. And sure enough, in that matchup against the Jets, just a week later when that conversation was happening, he makes one of the biggest interceptions of the season for them in that big win.
Yeah, this defense has changed some games for the Raiders under Antonio Pierce. 2:57 to go first half as Gray is in motion, and we have a whistle and a timeout coming for Kansas City.
Kansas City takes its second timeout of the half. 30-second timeout.
2:55 to go first half, 17-7 Raiders. The copyright of today's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, or retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited. The Raiders get the ball out of halftime. This is a really important drive for Kansas City, Ryan.
It is. And I think Patrick Mahomes and this offensive coaching staff, they understand that fully. They know how important this is. I will say this, though. I mean, the offense hasn't really done anything for the Raiders other than that one drive. So it's more imperative not to continue to shoot yourself in the foot if you're the offense for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, the Raiders have turned those turnovers into big points in this cutting wind. Second down, snap to Mahomes, pump fake. He hops in the backfield, looking left. Now running, keeps his head up, floats it downfield, nearly intercepted. He overthrew Rice, and Amik Robertson going down to the ground nearly had a left forearm interception. Instead, it's 3rd and 5.
That is the difference completely. The relationship he had with Tyreek Hill. It just is. Watching it from up top here and seeing Patrick Mahomes do that, he takes off towards the line of scrimmage and sees that Rashee Rice has an opportunity just to go and take off down the field, and that's what he's anticipating, so he lets the ball go. Rashee Rice stops, almost intercepted.
Pivotal moment here, 3rd down and 5 from their own 48 for Kansas City. Have to get to the plus 47. Under 3 to go first half. Mahomes out of the gun, takes the snap with James in motion. He's in hot pursuit, Kuntz, and he throws it incomplete wide to the right. Kuntz and Crosby were both coming from their edges. And again, it started the clock ticking fast for Mahomes, who had to throw it into the ground, 4th and 5.
Not only throws it to the ground, stops the clock. 2-minute warning coming up. Las Vegas is going to get the ball back, plus the ball after halftime. I mean, this is formulating into something really special for the Raiders so far, and it's been exactly what the Chiefs have had to deal with all year long, that fight I talked about.
The only problem is they've been up big against the Raiders recently. It's a fake punt and a throw from Townsend near side, and a sliding grab at the near side by Justin Watson for a Kansas City first down. Unbelievable, the things we have seen in not 30 minutes of football.
Townsend, which we have to come up with a nickname now, maybe the Townsend Tornado, I don't know, but the throw from the right hash almost, it felt like, on an out route where Justin Watson is running a timed out route, and he puts it right on the money. He slides down to the ground and catches it as his hip hits the ground and slides out of bounds for a first down. What a call.
I mean,
what a throw.
Everything all in one place. Snap on first down, Mahomes roaming to the right. Rumbling up the field, he tucks it and ends up stepping out of bounds at the 35, so he was urged to the sideline after a gain of 6, and there is a marker down on the far side, right around the line of scrimmage, which is sort of a sore subject for Chiefs fans right here at the 2-minute warning, down 17-7.
Max Crosby, the extra referee, letting everybody know that it is a holding call that he believes truly.
Hey, look, when you have the energy, you just have to let it out.
I got a chance to see him before the game, and I mean, he's one of my best friends, and in the hug we
there
had.
There are 2 fouls against each team. Oh, excuse me. There's a foul against each team on the play. We have illegal shift. Number 81 did not get reset prior to the snap. Holding defense number 5. Those penalties offset. And then replay first down. And this is the 2-minute warning.
We'll talk more about Max Crosby after the break, but we've gotten there because of former high school quarterback Tommy Townsend. We've reached the 2-minute warning, sponsored by Wrangler. 75 years of history and still blazing trails. Check out Wrangler.com today to discover new styles and all the latest denim trends. Wrangler, for the ride of life, which we've had so far. 17-7, the Raiders over the Chiefs. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights. Open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler. for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, visit orhealth.com. Use as directed.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with OrHealth. OrHealth provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With OrHealth, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if OrHealth is right for you, text ASSIST to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. Most people do it right on their smartphone. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online. OrHealth then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting ASSIST to 323232. Take back control with OrHealth. Text the word ASSIST to 323232. Text ASSIST to 323232.
A reminder to stay with us for the Christmas Day NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One, sponsored by Hulu plus Live TV. John Stashauer previews Game 2 of our tripleheader between the Giants and the Eagles. That's coming up on the Hulu plus Live TV Halftime Report. Hulu has live sports. Watch football games all season long with over 90 live channels. Get Hulu plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN plus content via Hulu. Learn more at hulu.com. Kansas City breaks the 2-minute warning with the ball. They have done well for themselves late in halves so far this year. From the 41-yard line, first down and 10 into Raiders territory. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Pacheco to his left. He takes the snap. He flips it out wide to the left. Pacheco two-handed catch. Fakes left, tries to twirl right, and he is dropped by Amik Robertson, who got his claws on him and ripped him down to the ground. No gain.
Confused a little bit by the decision on Patrick Mahomes there to let it go to the perimeter to Isaiah Pacheco when you had Justin Watson wide open over the middle.
20 seconds past the 2-minute warning. Just one timeout left for the Chiefs. Snap to Mahomes. He dances back to the 50. Loads of time. He launches to the right side. Caught by the tight end across the 35-yard line and diving forward to the 35. And Nate Hobbs with the stop. And they'll get about 6. Travis Kelce made the catch. Call it 7.
Think about Travis Kelce when you check it down to the all-pro tight end. It's just never that. It's not just a check down. He makes guys miss. He's physical. And now he's put them in a position where they can go to anywhere in their playbook here on third down.
Third down and 3. Ball hash mark right. They have a bunch formation. Trips to the left. And a whistle and a timeout coming for the Raiders. They'll have one remaining. 54 seconds to go in the second quarter, and the Raiders use their second timeout. Jason Benetti, Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Arrowhead Stadium. Give your team an edge with Grainger. You'll find supplies and solutions for every industry, plus fast delivery and 24/7 support. When you call, click Grainger.com or just stop by. 17-7 the Raiders over the Chiefs. 56 seconds to go in the first half on something of an Arctic Christmas day here in Kansas City. It is really chilly down there. The wind has been whipping the flags pointing directly left to right on the left side of the stadium, and you have to imagine that's affected the quarterbacks today.
It does, and it's not only is it whipping, it cuts through you. There's a cold to it when they talk about wind chill. It's definitely there today.
Kansas City has third down and 3. Ball nosing across the 35. Snap back to Mahomes, holding at the waist. He rolls to the right. He's pursued. He steps backward, a jagged step. Now back up in the pocket at the 40. He floats it up ahead. Caught by Watson, sliding 25, and touchdown at the 23. Improvisational skills again from Mahomes and a first down. Kansas City, 37 seconds in the first. They'll go tempo. One timeout remaining from the 23-yard line out of the shotgun, Mahomes. Pacheco to his right. Mahomes leisurely back in the pocket. Steps up, feels the pressure, and has to toss it wide left, incomplete. Malcolm Kuntz again was breathing down his neck, and it's second down with 24 seconds to go in the first half.
You know, the improvisation you talked about with Patrick Mahomes, his ability to understand football. To understand football, you know when you run back away from a defender that there's going to be somebody chasing you from behind. And he's smart enough to turn his head to see where Max Crosby is, sees that he's right on his left flank, turns up the field, and right before the line of scrimmage, lets it float over the top to Justin Watson to pick up the first down. Just, it's just amazing to watch the young man continue to improve and understand the game of football when he plays.
There's just sensation to it. He has Edwards-Helaire to the right. He throws it to the right side. That's incomplete. Pacheco was the intended target. Third down coming up. It was Pacheco that was well wide to the right, about, I would say, a full 3 hash mark width away from Patrick Mahomes there on the set.
The biggest thing that I'm seeing from up here is just that their wide receivers cannot win down the field. And when that's limited, it's just problematic for Patrick Mahomes because he wants to look for that big play, and he just can't get it with the guys not getting open.
Third down and 10, no Rice on the field. Kelsey in motion left to right. Mahomes takes the snap. Kelsey blocked for a moment. He throws it out wide to him at the 20. He rumbles outside and dives forward with the ball in his left hand, and he's down inbounds at the 17-yard line. They're winding the clock with 9 seconds, and Kansas City will have to burn its final timeout. Kelsey extended the ball to try to get out of bounds. He could not, which forced Kansas City to use a timeout off the gain of 6 by Travis Kelsey.
This one's confusing for me a little bit. The official has to be looking at whether his right knee goes down, and I don't know if it does. He extends that ball out of bounds with his left hand. Great job by him, and the official was a little bit confused himself on whether or not, but it is fourth down, most likely going to be in a position to kick a field goal anyway.
Yeah, regardless, you probably end up in the same situation, but they would have liked to have the timeout to make the choice if they wanted to. Harrison Butker is out onto the field. He sizes up a 36-yard field goal from the left hash mark, the near side hash mark for Kansas City, trailing 17-7. Chiefs win and get a division title. He drives through it. Harrison Butker, it is on the way, and it is no good. A miss for the ultra-reliable Harrison Butker, his second miss of the year for Kansas City. And this is one of those situations where nothing is going right. Wide to the left for Harrison Butker.
Just a little pull on the left hash. And notice something a week ago when we called the Jags game. The kickers trying to get a better footing are making sure they plant that left plant leg, and it seems like it's a little too close to the football, therefore pulling it across his body a little bit more, and he just hooks it to the left and no points.
So back-to-back weeks now, Harrison Butker misses. He's 25 for 27. One kneel down for the Raiders, and the Chiefs are being serenaded by their fans. It is not Bing Crosby that they're singing. Boos
starts
for
with
the Chiefs.
Yeah. This is what Kansas City has had to deal with all year long. They've had to fight. The Bears game's the only game where I can remember where they were not in some sort of dogfight, and it's against a divisional opponent trying to get their 8th consecutive West title. It's going to be a fight here in the second half. Can't wait for it.
And Kansas City will give up the ball coming out of halftime. At the end of the first half, the score: Las Vegas 17, Kansas City 7. When we return, John Stashower rejoins us from our studios with the Hulu Plus Live TV halftime report. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
When you wake up well-rested on a great mattress, everything becomes clear.
I do have a favorite child.
Things you missed when you were tired finally reveal themselves.
I use memes as a coping mechanism.
It's Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance. Get up to 60% off select Sealy, plus a free adjustable base, all with free and fast delivery. Deals this big won't last long, so don't miss out. The right mattress matters. We'll find yours. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Hulu has live sports. Watch your favorite football teams with over 90 live channels, including ABC, CBS, ESPN, Fox, NBC, and more. Plus, get access to Hulu's entire streaming library, filled with top shows, movies, and originals. With Hulu Plus Live TV, get access to Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, all in one plan. Say goodbye to extra cable fees and get all the sports and entertainment you need with Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com.
Welcome to
to the Christmas Day NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One. Sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Hulu has live sports. Watch football games all season long with over 90 live channels. Get Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content from each service separately and select ESPN Plus content via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com. Once again, here's your host, John Stashower.
Halftime in Kansas City, the Las Vegas Raiders 10-point underdogs, 10-point lead. They're up 17-7 on the Chiefs. Game 2 of the Christmas triple header will follow. It's the Giants and Eagles from Philly with the defending NFC champs who were 10-1 today, trying to end a 3-game losing streak. I spoke with Fletcher Cox, 12-year mainstay on the Eagles defensive line. Asked him about the slump.
I mean, obviously, we want to win, right? But, I think as a team, we just had some bumps, and, I've said it many times. I've said it all during this whole losing deal. It's not fun at all. Winning fixes it all. But, I think every great team, they go through a little bit of adversity, right? But, for us, that's what we're kind of going through. We're facing some tough challenges. I think we had a chance to win the game last week. Obviously we didn't. The main goal is always to win. It doesn't matter how many. We got to put more points on the board than the other team. And as a defense, we got to help our offense out and keep the other team from scoring. Obviously, we've been in a little slump now, and I think the best part about it now is we get a chance to go play again this week, division opponent, and it's been a good week of practice, so we're looking forward to it.
Well, you're obviously a team leader, so when there is a losing streak like this, do you look at that as a time that you need to speak up? And if so, what's the message that you make to your teammates?
I don't do nothing extra than I already do. My job is, I picked to be one of the leaders on this team, and there's no extra stuff, right? Just everybody just have to continue to do our job, and the tables will turn, right? There's no extra message I can give, extra things, or go out of my way to not be myself, right? Because at that point, then I'm out of character, and that's things we talk about. Everybody staying in character, doing what they need to do, and the rest of it take care of itself.
Well, you mentioned the game in Seattle, which obviously was a frustrating loss, but like you said, you were 30 seconds from winning, and you got 10 wins, you're tied for first, you're in the playoffs, you're heavy favorites to win these last 3 games. I'm sure we know how Eagles fans are. They're probably freaking out, but do you think there's a little too much gloom? I mean, how would you assess the situation right now?
I mean, listen, this is, we got some of the best fans, if not, the best fans in sports. It doesn't matter if it's Eagles, Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, whatever it may be. These fans are passionate about their sports, and we want to keep them happy. They support us, and it's hard, right? Let us know when we're good, and let us know when we suck, right? And that's the part that you love about it, the city of Philadelphia. And I think we have a chance to again go out on Monday on Christmas, and hopefully, the city of Philly have a really good Christmas, and the Grinch won't show up.
All right, you've had a lot of success with the Giants, beat them 3 times last year. They've got this new rookie quarterback. In 3 of the last 4 games, he's been sacked 22 times. I mean, you're always trying to put pressure, right, on the QB. But when it's a really young QB, I mean, how important will that be in this game?
It's important, right? It's important. It's important to get after the quarterback. But most important, just playing team defense, right? We've seen him light some people up, with his feet. I think he's ran 20, 21 miles an hour. So he's a guy that can tuck the ball and go right up. But I think as one of those things, the Giants always play us hard. It don't matter what their record is; they always play us hard. It's a division opponent. You have a lot of respect for that team. So it's going to be division opponent. Be good on good, and our defense will come out on fire. Offense will come out on fire. We're back at home after being on a couple long road trips. So we need the fans behind us, and which we know they will be. And we're excited for it.
Fletcher Cox, now 33, still going strong. And when we taped with him, I said the Eagles were tied for first. Dallas, of course, lost yesterday in Miami. So chance for the Eagles to regain sole possession of first. They, as mentioned, beat the Giants 3 times last year. They've beaten them 12 of the last 14. Saquon Barkley and the Giants have not won in Philadelphia in a decade.
It's been like 10 years. That's the truth. We can't beat. We haven't been beating Philly. I don't think that sits well in anybody's stomach. I don't think it sits well. We've been here for a long time, especially guys who've been the longest. Shep, myself. We hate saying that. We hate answering the questions and how would it feel to win in Philly or not be in Philly. We're sick and tired of it. And the only way we're going to change that by going out there and winning games.
Saquon Barkley, and of course the Giants will try and do it today with Tommy DeVito, the undrafted rookie quarterback, led them to 3 straight wins, and then you had to kind of pump the brakes a little bit about that Tommy DeVito story after that loss last week in New Orleans. We'll have the game for you, of course, here on Westwood One. Scott Graham and Ross Tucker, coverage beginning at 4:15 Eastern. Our score at the half, and a surprise, the Raiders leading the Chiefs 17-7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Ready to purchase that smooth ride? You got it at Staley Credit Union. You want to move forward with a new car, truck, or SUV. But first, you need some cash. Staley Credit Union offers lower interest auto loans that get you in the driver's seat. And if a motorcycle, ATV, or boat is more your speed, we have loans for those too. At Staley Credit Union, you got it. Learn more at StaleyCU.com. This institution is not federally insured by Member Choice. Proudly insured by American Share Insurance.
What's Up, Doc? A brand new medical podcast brought to you by Decatur Orthopedic Center. Join Dr. Sams and Dr. Sullivan as they take a peek behind the drapes into the world of orthopedics. They will explore the newest trends in orthopedics, sports injuries, and musculoskeletal health. These leading orthopedic surgeons will go into detail about surgery, life as a surgeon, and the impacting change of orthopedics. Find What's Up, Doc at nowdecatur.com under the podcast section or anywhere you get your podcasts.
I get it. Planning for a future without you in it can be a little unnerving, but it's important, really important. Your family really needs you to take a few minutes and plan for your future. And don't worry, we can help. I'm Andrew Borey with Borey Law Offices. We help families plan for the future with confidence. Are you worried about what will happen to your assets and your loved ones after you pass away? Borey Law can help you create a comprehensive estate plan to ensure that your wishes are carried out exactly as you intend. It's super easy to get started. Just visit BoreyLaw.com.
Okay, hear me out. There's only one thing that can make the holidays even more magical, and it's Kohl's clearance deals. I just got 70% off some really great favorites for winter, like cozy fleece sweatshirts for my kids, a cute sweater for me, and comfy pajamas for my husband. Kohl's for the win. And now I'm off to share my holiday haul with my family. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
There's the punt by Cook. Driving again back to the 18, runs up the middle of the 20. The 30, got a block at the 35, breaks the tackle at the 45. He runs to the sideline. He's brought down from behind, and it's over. It's all over in New Orleans. In a dramatic and most unique Super Bowl, the Baltimore Ravens have led wire to wire and won Super Bowl 47.
Yes, Kevin Harlan, of course, had the call here on Westwood One. Yeah, remember, unique because the lights went out that night in New Orleans. It was also the Super Bowl where the Harbaugh brothers coached against each other. John Steele coaches the Ravens. They are 11-3 atop the AFC, and the 49ers are 11-3 atop the NFC. It's only the second time ever that conference leaders have met this late in the season. It happened in 2005 in a game between Seattle and Indianapolis, and Seattle ended up in the Super Bowl that year, and the Colts did not. They lost to the Steelers, who won the Super Bowl. So a much-hyped game to cap the Christmas Day triple header, and we'll, of course, have it for you from San Francisco. Ryan Ratke and Derek Rackley will call all the action in what is certainly at least being hyped as a very possible Super Bowl preview. The loser of this game falls back into a tie with either Detroit in the NFC or Miami in the AFC. This has been the Christmas Day NFL Halftime Report on Westwood One Sports, sponsored by Hulu Plus Live TV. Hulu has live sports. Watch football games all season long with over 90 live channels. Get Hulu Plus Live TV today. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Access content, each service separately, and select ESPN contact via Hulu. Learn more at Hulu.com. Coming up, we'll have second half action. Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf standing by with the Raiders leading the Chiefs 17-7. You'll see the NFL on Westwood One.
Denise has been playing jazz for 40 years. Last concert, one of the musicians fell sick with RSV. Respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, is a highly contagious virus that can lead to breathing problems. This time, she's choosing to help protect herself with Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo. Abrysvo is a vaccine for the prevention of lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults 60 years of age and older. Abrysvo is not for everyone and may not protect all who receive the vaccine. Don't get Abrysvo if you've had a severe allergic reaction to its ingredients. People with a weakened immune system may have a decreased response to Abrysvo. The most common side effects are tiredness, headache, pain at the injection site, and muscle pain. Ask your pharmacist or doctor about Pfizer's RSV vaccine, Abrysvo, respiratory syncytial virus vaccine. For full prescribing information, please call 1-844-989-7284 or visit abrysvo.com. Brought to you by Pfizer.
Welcome back to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti. Part 1 of our special Christmas Day NFL triple header on Westwood 1. And your score, the Raiders leading the Chiefs 17-7. The clouds have broken a little bit. There's some blue sky overhead, so let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed. Make the hiring process work for you with Indeed's end-to-end hiring solution. You can attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. Start at Indeed.com/credit. So get this. This is the first time in franchise history that the Raiders, back-to-back weeks, have scored 2 defensive touchdowns. And that's why the Raiders outscored Kansas City 14-7 in the second quarter without running a single play past midfield. 9 plays, 17 yards in the quarter for the Raiders. 3:01 time of possession. 2 touchdowns, 14 points. Patrick Mahomes, 13 of 21, 97 yards only. Travis Kelce has 4 catches, 42 yards. Aiden O'Connell, 9 for 15, 62 yards. That's it, but the Raiders do have the lead. Time for Ryan Leaf's Keys to the Second Half, sponsored by Simply Safe. Protect your home with Simply Safe Home Security. Save 20% on any new system with a fast protect plan at simplysafe.com/radio. That's SIMPLI safe.com/radio. There's no safe like Simply Safe. What do the Chiefs have to do to get back in this game?
They have to be simply safe, okay? They have to protect the football. I said it late at the feet of Patrick Mahomes before the game started. He has turned it over twice now, both turned into points for the Raiders. That's the Kansas City side of things. For the Raiders, keep doing what you're doing. Play great defense. Get after the quarterback, tackle in space. They are not allowing the Kansas City Chiefs to run the football at all, which I think is a big reason why they have the lead here at halftime.
And they will have the ball here out of halftime. The Raiders will. Here's the approach by Harrison Butker. He drives through it, and it goes through the end zone to the top of the F in Chiefs, painted in red on that right end zone. So the Raiders will have it first. Aiden O'Connell comes out again, just 62 yards for the rookie out of Purdue. They've wanted him to be more consistent, Ryan. What they're getting so far is a guy who hasn't hurt them yet today.
And I mentioned that when we talked about the hesitation sometimes in the hitch in his pass. He doesn't want to make the big mistake because he knows how well this defense is playing, and you have to respect that about him. But he's going to have to take some shots to come into this stadium as a rookie and steal a win.
They'll work with an eye backfield. Johnson in front of White. Snap, they'll run to the left. Handoff for White, and he is driven forward, propelled that way by the defensive lineman George Karlaftis, who we haven't really said much about so far today. A tremendous pass rusher. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, the one sack is Chris Jones getting to the quarterback. Karlaftis, who's been really good this year, 9 sacks on the season. Haven't had a real chance to call his name until then here in the running game.
Or to visit with his former Boilermaker teammate, Aiden O'Connell. Ball at the 29 in Raider territory, 2nd and 6. It's a snap and a handoff going right again. And White is wrangled down after a gain of 1. Nick Bolton and Trent McDuffie collaborated to go high and low. And it's 3rd and 5 for the Raiders, in White leading 17-7 opening drive, 3rd quarter.
The bright spot still sitting with the Kansas City Chiefs has been their defense all year long. And second-year player Trent McDuffie out of Washington, he sticks his nose in there as a nickel, as a corner, whatever he needs to, and helps Nick Bolton get him to the ground.
Near side left, Renfro, Hooper, and Myers. Adams to the right. 3rd down and 5. O'Connell waving with his left arm, approaching the line, now fades back into the shotgun. 3rd and 5 snap, he takes it. Pressure coming from Reed. O'Connell throws wide right, some contact with Adams, and a marker comes in. So Adams locked up with L'Jarius Sneed, and a flag comes in on a deep pass from O'Connell.
This was going to be a great matchup all day long.
Pass interference, defense number 38. Ball we placed at the spot of foul. First down Las Vegas.
And it's been living up to it. They have been going one-on-one with each other. L'Jarius Sneed has been following him. He just gets his hands on him up by his shoulder pads while the ball is in the air. And just enough of a hold right in front of the official when you get man-to-man coverage. And they have to call the penalty. Great job of Aiden O'Connell getting the ball out when he was under full pressure.
He got drilled by the safety Reed. 1st down and 10 from the 45. Adams in motion left to right behind the quarterback, who hands it off for White. Little hesitation, and he drives forward down to the ground at the 48-yard line, tackled low by Dana. It's a gain of 3, 2nd and 7, and the Raiders moving a little bit, a minute and a half into the 3rd.
When Antonio Pierce took over this team, his mindset, his understanding of winning football is the New York Giants. They ran the football with Tiki Barber. Eli Manning did not turn the ball over a lot in those Super Bowl years. And this drive to start the second half has that feel a little bit. You know, it's rushing the football, being physical, but also being smart when you're throwing the football in situational time.
They'll set up a 2nd down and 7 here. The turnovers have helped the Raiders today as well. Snap for O'Connell, play action to White, fading back. He tries to drop off a screen. It's deflected, incomplete. Mike Dana got the hand up right at the line and fingertips down to the ground. 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, the 4th-year player out of Michigan just... I've seen a lot of this from defensive linemen this year. They're doing a tremendous job of getting the hands up when they know they're not going to get to the quarterback. And using their length and those big mitts to knock the ball down, essentially having the same type of effect as a sack or a pass breakup.
Yeah, breaks up the rhythm, certainly. 13:01 to go in the 3rd. O'Connell out of the shotgun, fading back out of the gun, bolting up toward the line. O'Connell takes the snap. Omena, who's coming. O'Connell steps up in the pocket, launches deep down the field to the right side, batted away at the last second. Jalen Watson got the hand up in the air against Jacoby Myers, and a beautiful textbook play inside the 10-yard line.
Where did he go to school, Jason?
He went on the Palouse, Ryan.
Go Cougs. Great job. Aiden O'Connell steps up in the pocket and then takes a one-on-one shot. He simply does. Last week against the Chargers, he found him down the field for a big touchdown. This time he tries to air one out, but Jalen Watson wasn't having it. Perfect stride for stride and knocks the ball away.
Tremendous effort along the right sideline. James back to receive the punt from A.J. Cole, who sends it high in the air. James fading to the left. There's a marker coming in as the ball goes bouncing out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Cole outstanding at fishing the ball out of peril for the Raiders. That's to the 13, and the marker is at the 12. Thrown by the backside officials, so we'll hear from Clete Blakeman again after the 38-yard punt from Cole. Following in the footsteps of the great Shane Leckler, had an 83-yard punt.
During the kick, holding receiving team number 2. He's half the distance to the goal line. From the end of the kick, 1st down.
We'll get Joshua Williams, and yet again, you hear the thrill of the Kansas City crowd.
I mean, we talked about this in terms of expectations and what Kansas City and Andy Reid and everybody's been able to do.
Yeah, it's been a tough go so far today. 17-7 Raiders over the Chiefs, 12:46 to go, 3rd quarter on a cloudy day, literally and figuratively. This is the Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? And if you drive while you're high, law enforcement can definitely tell. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Want more out of banking? You got it at Staley Credit Union. We're unlike a traditional bank. When you join, you own it, so all profits are invested to serve you. Like the best technology in digital banking, better rates on loans and savings, and an expert team that knows you on a first-name basis. At Staley Credit Union, you got it. Learn more at StaleyCU.com. This institution is not federally insured by Member Choice. Proudly insured by American Share Insurance.
At Brinkotter Realtors, we understand that no two clients are the same, and neither are their goals. We believe in getting to know you, your needs, your preferences, and your lifestyle. Why? Because you deserve more than a home. You deserve a place where memories are made, relationships are cherished, and comfort is found. From the moment you step into our world, your dreams become our purpose, and your goals, our mission. Discover the difference at Brinkotter Realtors. Visit us online or call to connect with one of our agents today.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Did you know that driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal? And if you drive while you're high, law enforcement can definitely tell. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
17-7, the Raiders over the Chiefs, 12:46 to go, third quarter, and the Chiefs have the ball at their own 9-yard line after the Cole punt. Pacheco wanders in motion to the left of Mahomes from wide to the right. Pressure coming from the Raiders' far side. They'll hand it near side. Pacheco rumbling forward for a couple of yards, and he is sent backward. It'll be about a yard and a half, and second and long coming up off the tackle from Nichols. Driving under the influence of marijuana is illegal, and law enforcement officers can tell if you're driving high. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI, paid for by NHTSA. Officially called it 2nd and 7 for Kansas City. Out of the shotgun, Mahomes leaning forward onto his right hip with the red arm sleeve. He waves for Kelsey, who takes 3 steps to his right. Snap to Mahomes. He's got Kelsey as a crosser. He doesn't throw it there. Pocket collapsing. He fades left. Comes back right. Mahomes looking upfield. Pump fakes again. Steps through one tackler and gets pummeled out of bounds by Kuntz, but he was still in when Kuntz made the hit. So it's a legal play and maybe a loss of 1. Butler had the first shot at him and missed. Third down.
Yeah, his ability to vacate the pocket and get away from people is huge. He just, again, his wide receivers down the field cannot gain any separation. I attribute that just as much as to the defense making great plays as the offensive players not being able to get open.
Now the Chiefs are stuck in a 3rd down and 8. Got to get to the 19-yard line at their own 11. Shotgun snap for Mahomes. Watson near side right. Snap to Mahomes. He looks left. He roams to the right. Mahomes staggering to the right across the 10. Got to run now. He breaks it down and gets embraced out of bounds by Divine Diablo. There are 2 markers in. One at the 17, one at the 24 in the defensive backfield. Crosby is down on the near side for a moment. Now he's picked himself up.
He's tired of chasing Mahomes around his squad.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
Holding. Defense number 39. The 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
The least penalized team in the NFL gives up a first down to the Chiefs on what would have been a drive-stopping tackle of Mahomes. It's Nate Hobbs.
And another thing that's so beneficial about Mahomes and his ability to escape the pocket is it takes time. And you're asking the defense for the Las Vegas Raiders to hold up in coverage for a long, long time. At some point, you're going to get your hands on the receiver, and the officials are going to get you for it.
That sets up the Chiefs to the 21, but you're right. That is a major stressor of the defense, Mahomes. He'll move the back. Pacheco in motion. Snap to Mahomes. 3-step drop. He gives some ground. He throws it near side left. It's a jumping grab and out of bounds across the 20 to the 22 is Justin Ross just back from that league-mandated suspension since Week 7. It's his first catch and a gain of 2.
Only his 4th reception on the year. Justin Ross is a guy that I saw first off in the national championship game when I called versus Alabama, and he just went off. And he had a great college career, and the injuries have mounted up. And this is the type of receiver that you want to see here in Kansas City kind of take over.
Yeah, who is that guy for Kansas City? 10-12 to go, third quarter. Mahomes takes the snap. It's a screen for Rice. Makes the catch with his leg extended, and he drives forward to the 29 and the 30-yard line where his knee is down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Robert Spillane dumped him. And call it 7, 3rd and 1 for Kansas City in red, and a pivotal 3rd down early in the second half.
Yeah, Robert Spillane does a great job of getting him to the ground. It's an effort play because instead of giving up a first down, he's able to get there, get him on the ground, and now set up another 3rd down where they start off in the shotgun.
Pacheco runs hard to the left of Mahomes. The tight end Bell in motion, tight to the left. Multiple tight ends set at the line. Snap and a handoff. Pacheco trying to go left. The Raiders try to drag him backward and do. He's down at the 30-yard line. Nate Hobbs got him in his clutches. It's no gain. That left side, inside left spot. He thought he had a crease. He did not, and Hobbs had him from the backside.
I mean, that's exactly my point around the effort. Robert Spillane doesn't need to get out there on that screen. The tackle's going to be made, but he flies, gets him down before the sticks, and now the Raiders have a chance to get a stop. They do, and now it's 4th down at their own 30, and it looks like they're going to try to go for it.
Ball middle of the field at the 30. It's 1 yard separating the Chiefs from either a first down or disaster. Mahomes under center. He's got James behind him. He'll talk to Pacheco for a moment, and now they're going to burn a timeout. And what's interesting about that, Ryan, is you might need those later. You're down 10 with a quarter and a half left.
But he had to, because Pacheco and their wide receiver were lined up wrong. And he turns around to look for him. He got both of them in the backfield standing right next to each other.
Yeah, Pacheco was back there, and then James came in motion, and Mahomes looked like he was very frustrated when he had to call the timeout. So now you really do need to go for it if you're going to expend a timeout on it. Kansas City 5 for 13 so far this year on 4th down.
What does the chart tell you?
I think this is a go.
I think
trailing 17-7.
For me, this is a worst-case scenario. You can waste a timeout and don't get it. Let's go.
More motion from James. He'll roll to the right. Mahomes rolling across the 30. He's got the first down. He goes shoulder into shoulder with the Raiders defensive lineman Crosby, and a first down for Kansas City. Gain of 7.
I mean, you got to love it as a play caller. You do exactly what a Wildcat offense would be. You remove that final tackler on the defense by using your quarterback straight as a runner. And it's a play fake. He rolls out. 2 blockers out front. He picks up the first down very easily.
And then Crosby with 2 hands tapped him on the helmet again today. They have a fun little friendship there. Out of the shotgun, first down draw, handoff goes to Pacheco, and he is corkscrewed around. He lost his helmet at the bottom of the pile. Spillane just took his helmet off, and they'll get to the 39. It's a gain of 2, and nearly a very damaging gain of 2.
I swear, man, when back in the day when I played, that helmet was never coming off me. I mean, it was like screwed in. And we see the helmet come off more. I see quarterbacks with their not chin straps aren't strapped when they're going to the line of scrimmage. It's crazy.
It's anarchy out there, Ryan, since you left.
Yes.
7:33 to go, third quarter. 2nd down, 8 for Kansas City. Ball right around the 39. Snap, play action. Mahomes back in 5. Steps up in the pocket, right up the zipper, across the 45, into run mode at the 50. And he dives knee first for a first down at the 48-yard line with Hobbs and Spillane in his wake. It's a gain of 13.
Hobbling a bit when he gets up, as would anybody with the amount of times he's been taken to the ground today rushing the football. But it's been all on his shoulders, and he has been up to the task. A couple bad turnovers, but this drive alone has been all about Patrick Mahomes and his ability to rush the football when he has to, when the pass coverage is good.
He's accounted for 141 yards. The rest of the team for about 30. Here's a handoff for Edwards-Helaire. He is outside left, and he gets bucked down at the 45 by Spillane, who's been very busy on this drive. 17-7, the Raiders leading the Chiefs, 6:30 in the third. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on NBC next Sunday night. The Green Bay Packers meet the Minnesota Vikings. And, of course, you can also hear Sunday Night Football each week right here beginning at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on many of these same stations on the NFL app or online at WestwoodOneSports.com. We got a Ric Flair out of you on that run, huh?
Woo!
How about that? Edwards-Helaire still in, 2nd down and 6. Mahomes on a handoff. Edwards-Helaire, the scat back, gets a couple of yards, and then he is lassoed down at the 43 by Divine Diablo with a hard toss to the ground. Call it about 1.5.
That's a great linebacker name, too, by the way.
Divine Diablo.
Yes. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who got all the carries the last 2 weeks with Pacheco out, filling in nicely there with a couple big runs to set up a 3rd down.
They're without Jerick McKinnon for at least 4 weeks on IR this week. 3rd down. James in motion right to left. Snap to Mahomes. Quick set, and he whistles it wide of Rice, who looks around as if to say, what just happened? It's incomplete. Patrick Mahomes cocks his head to his left, and this is an out-of-sync offense right now. 4th down coming up, and probably have to go for it, right?
Yeah, the understanding at the wide receiver position, when a defender over the top of you vacates, which means he blitzes, you have to get your eyes around, and he simply doesn't do it. The rookie watches as the ball whistles by them, and they set up to go for it on 4th down once again.
4th down and 5 from the Raider 43. Got to get to the 38. Kelsey, slot left. Snap to Mahomes, fading back in 5. He launches left side into traffic, and this ball is incomplete. There is a marker down. Rice went down to the deck. There was some contact there. It was Amik Robertson who's frustrated. He's bent over at the waist and hoping it's not against him at 5:21 of the third.
Offense, number 87. The penalties declined. It was up 1st down for Las Vegas.
Robertson gets his wish. The Raiders will take over.
It's odd. That is a tough call, but he does grow up against him.
How about that? 17-7, Raiders with the lead. 5:21 to go in the third at a darkening Arrowhead Stadium. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Football is a game of inches, and while we've advanced the ball down the field, our efforts to achieve equality are still far from the goal. But we are in it for the long haul. For years, P&G has used its voice to shine a light on inequalities and bias, and through sustained and meaningful actions, change is being made. P&G is dedicated to improving the future of boys and men of color, supporting the success of black women entrepreneurs, expanding efforts that will improve the child care industry in the U.S., and much more. So we invite you to join us and take action to ensure the home field advantage is everyone's advantage. Go to pg.com/takeonrace to learn more. Read, watch, donate, and engage in the quest for a more equitable world for everyone.
Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Okay, hear me out. There's only one thing that can make the holidays even more magical, and it's Kohl's clearance deals. I just got 70% off some really great favorites for winter, like cozy fleece sweatshirts for my kids, a cute sweater for me, and comfy pajamas for my husband. Kohl's for the win. And now I'm off to share my holiday haul with my family. Select styles, up to 70% offer ends January 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
We are
Fox Sports 1050 AM Decatur is WDZ Decatur. Stream Fox Sports 1050 anytime at nowdecatur.com.
Welcome back to the Grainger broadcast booth at Arrowhead Stadium. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti. Tackle your to-do list with Grainger. From locker rooms to plant floors, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 17-7 Raiders over the Chiefs, 5:21 to go, third quarter. The Chiefs just had a 13-play drive, 48 yards, more than 7 minutes, 20 seconds that ended at the plus 43. So the Raiders in silver and white and silver numbers snap it back to O'Connell. Pressure right up the middle. He fades back and throws incomplete. Underthrown because of Leo Chanel just zooming toward him.
The defense again continuing to step up. They have not been the issue today. it's, of course, been the turnover battle and what they've turned those turnovers into. Defense continues to hound Aiden O'Connell, who has not completed a pass, I think, since the scoring drive in the first half. 7 straight now.
Sets up the Raiders 2nd and 10 from their own 43. Zamir White is the tailback. 2 receivers. Austin Hooper, the tight end, strong side left. O'Connell takes the snap, stretch play right. White chops his steps and pushes forward. He's knocked down after a gain of about 3. Nick Bolton with the stop in the middle linebacker spot. 3rd and 6, call it for the Raiders. 5:03 to go in the third.
You made the point around the defense being so good this year, but not opportunistic around getting turnovers. That's what they need here. They need to change this game in a way that the offense just frankly hasn't been able to do. And they haven't been able to get that done a lot this year, like they have in years past when the defense hasn't been actually as good as they are this year.
Ken Karlaftis and Omenahu get to the quarterback. Omenahu near side right out of the shotgun. O'Connell takes the snap. He's back in 3, steps up in the pocket, feels it collapse, and Omenahu's got him by the shoulders with his yellow cleats, and he drags him down. Jones was there as well, and a sack for Kansas City. They did get to the quarterback.
Everybody did there. It was a couple games from both sides. End comes around underneath or the tackle, and he's not the one that gets to the quarterback first. Chris Jones ultimately comes around and pushes him towards the middle, and then the sack is taking place on the coverage was so well down the field. Great job by the defense once again as they get to Aiden O'Connell.
Well, A.J. Cole was talking about the joy of punting this week and how he reads a poem to himself about getting joy out of what he does, so he gets a chance to have some joy here, the punter. He slices a line drive back to the 10-yard line, very returnable for James, who shakes to the left, comes back to the right, has to dodge 3 tacklers, and he's swarmed under right at the 20-yard line. Now, call it the 19 officially is where Kansas City will set up shop. Your score, the Raiders 17, the Chiefs 7, 3:44 to go, third quarter from Kansas City. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stop to opt out. Not available in all states. For risks and restrictions, visit orhealth.com. Use as directed.
Do you want to help take back control of your drinking? Do you want a stronger heart, a healthier liver, and clearer skin? Do you want more energy, better sleep, and more mental clarity? What about improved relationships and performance at work? Help take back control of your drinking with Or Health. Or Health provides access to medication to help make it easier to drink less or quit. With Or Health, you could feel more in control in just days. To see if Or Health is right for you, text ASSIST to 323232. You'll be sent a secure link to a private online assessment. It takes just a few minutes. Most people do it right on their smartphone. If treatment is right for you, a licensed healthcare professional will prescribe medication directly online. Or Health then sends meds right to your door in discreet packaging. Everything is private, convenient, affordable, and judgment-free. Get started by texting ASSIST to 323232. Take back control with Or Health. Text the word ASSIST to 323232. Text ASSIST to 323232.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
Selling online is a lot like football. You need guts. You need stamina. You need conversions. Touchdown! And Shopify is the best converting checkout on the planet. Now, we're not just talking 2-point conversions. Shopify's checkout converts up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. So whether you're just starting out or scaling up, score more sales with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/kickoff.
NFLShop.com is your one-stop shop for officially licensed NFL gear to rep your favorite team. Shop an unbeatable selection of gear to showcase your team pride in style. To shop now, go to NFLShop.com. With Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti, our entire crew, Merry Christmas to you. 3:44 to go, third quarter. The Chiefs trying to win the AFC West. It would be their 8th straight divisional title. But the Raiders have provided massive resistance from the 19 Kansas City with Kelsey swimming in motion left to right. Snap to Mahomes. He's back. He feels pressure again. He has to step up out of it, and then he crashes back into it. A marker comes in at the end of the play, and it was Malcolm Kuntz and Crosby again as a pair getting to Mahomes.
I love watching Max Crosby play.
Holding, offense number 74. Penalties decline, brings up second down.
He just continues to go no matter what. He is there for every snap on the defensive side of the football, and there's just never a moment where his motor isn't just going. He gets off the ball around Juwan Taylor, just pushes towards the quarterback, has to be held before he smashes into Mahomes and sets him back.
4th sack for the Raiders in the game. From the 15, Mahomes back. He throws, and across the middle, another helmet pops off at the 20-yard line. Spillane and Diablo with the big hit on Pacheco, and he is down holding his head with his hands on top of his head. It's a gain of 5. I mean, his helmet just like a volcanic eruption came off his head. It's 3rd down and 9. He's going to walk off the field without his helmet.
He slams his head, bare head, without the helmet on, right into a knee of his teammates, and he's going to have to be examined by the independent doctor there for sure.
3rd down and 9. Edwards-Helaire onto the field. He comes near side right, 3rd and 9 from the 20. He's in motion, still in the wide receiver set. Snap to Mahomes. He's back to the 10-yard line. He sets, he fires, and it's incomplete. Well short. Looking for Watson. 4th down and 9, and now there's sort of an apathy to the crowd. They're booing, but it took longer than last time. At 2:52 in the 3rd quarter, nothing's in sync.
Yeah, and this has got to be one of the oddest feelings for Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce as they walk off the field. They seem so out of sync with everything they're trying to do offensively, and the Raiders are just making it a problem is what they're doing defensively.
Townsend the punt, and he missed it. He shanked it to the right side. He puts his hands on his head. It goes bouncing out of bounds short of the 50-yard line. And the crowd is even booing the special teams. Now the official still walks it off. These are long steps to the 45-yard line in Chiefs territory. Immediately on contact, Townsend was crestfallen. 25-yard punt for Kansas City. Las Vegas 17, Kansas City 7. 2:47 to go, 3rd quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
I have diabetes. I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I have asthma. I'm at risk too.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Susie Schuster and Amy Trask present offbeat conversations and expert sports commentary as they ask, what the football?
The Chiefs are leading the league in drop passes, but I'll tell you what sounds ridiculous to me is I should have thrown the ball a couple inches shorter. Can you really tell me that that was an error? It was not. That's magnificent leadership by Patrick Mahomes to take the pressure off the receiver, and he did what I believe great leaders do. Give all credit to others and accept all blame. Totally agree, but it's an insane thing to say.
What the Football? The podcast is available Tuesdays, wherever you listen.
Hey y'all, I'm Lainey Wilson. I've worn Wrangler jeans since I was itty-bitty doing chores on Daddy's farm. This season's styles will have you ready for the fall and all of those crisp mornings and cool days ahead. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Stream the NFL on Westwood One for free. Sponsored by AutoZone. All season long, you can listen to our broadcast of the NFL live on WestwoodOneSports.com, on the NFL app, by asking Alexa to open Westwood One Sports, or on our affiliate stations' digital platforms. AutoZone has free battery testing and charging. That's right. Get your battery tested and charged for free. Make AutoZone your end zone. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Restrictions apply. Fifth drive of 3 plays or fewer for Kansas City, and the Raiders take over at the Kansas City 42. 2:47 to go, third quarter. Raiders by 10. Zamir White, the lone setback. Snap to O'Connell, handoff for White. He trudges forward, uses the second door to the outside right, and goes diving forward horizontally to the 36-yard line on a 6-yard run for Zamir White, filling in for Jacobs. 2nd and 4 coming up, and there's an injured Kansas City Chief over on the far sideline with a helmet off. That was a hard run by Zamir White.
It was exactly that. It was a hard run, and it was propelled by the offensive linemen sustaining their blocks down the field, allowing the running back to gain the yardage that they needed. And you got to give credit to this offensive line, continuing to fight against a defense that's played really well today.
He ran hard into L'Jarius Sneed. So with the score, the Raiders 17, the Chiefs 7, 2:33 in the third. There's a timeout on the field. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The holiday season is right around the corner, so give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the BG56CE handheld blower. Visit your local Stihl dealer or go to StihlUSA.com/gift guide. Real Stihl. Find yours. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Could you please pass the potatoes?
Uncle Bob, why are you singing?
With all the rewards we are getting, with the Navy Federal Credit Union's cash rewards card, I hired a singing coach for caroling.
But it's summer.
Since we get up to 1.75% cash back on all our holiday purchases, there is cheer to last all year.
Please stop.
These potatoes are delicious, by the way.
Get cheer to last all year with Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
At SimpliSafe, we've designed award-winning home security with advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this, 24/7 lifeguard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Get 10% off select concrete mix when you buy 1 pallet or more. And there's more. Get 15% off select primed finger joint boards when you buy 10 or more. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
Back to Kansas City, 2:33 to go, third quarter. L'Jarius Sneed just walked into the tent on the near side, the blue tent at the 30-yard line, so he is out. McDuffie and Watson, the corners, are in, and a broken eye for the Raiders on 2nd down and 4. Snapping a handoff for White on a cutback, and he is punched down to the ground by Derek Nottie and Leo Chanel there as well. 3rd down and short coming up. 3rd and 1 for the Raiders, late third quarter.
This is a big play for the Kansas City defense because it's sitting in a position right now where a field goal is very, very attemptable, but if you could get a tackle for loss or something to negative and push them back, you could force them into a punting situation.
Adams just came off, 3rd and 1. Haran is on, 6 offensive linemen for the Raiders. White, the lone setback. Snap to O'Connell, long handoff for White, running left, 30, breaks the tackle, 25, staggers to the 20 and dances down to the 17-yard line. Zamir White in wide open green space here in the Midwest, and a 1st down, gain of 16.
As fancy NFL football has become, they line up with an extra offensive lineman, 2 big tight ends, and just overload the left side, and there's just nothing that the Chiefs could do about it.
Doesn't that feel like Chiefs Raiders?
It does. The historic part of it and what this divisional rival has felt like for years, yeah, and it just physically overwhelmed the Chiefs on the left side of the line of scrimmage.
1st and 10 to the 17, snapping a handoff left for White, and he runs right into Reed. He just stonewalled him right at the point. It's no gain, 2nd and 10. 1:04 to go in the third.
I think that's a bigger point, too. The 1:04 in the third. Time, which is a factor now for the Kansas City Chiefs, continues to tick away, especially after not only did they use a timeout on that drive, but they gained all those yards, went all that distance, and still gave up the football.
Yeah, in terms of how you feel about yourself, it's a down Kansas City side, at least for the moment. 2 tight ends again. O'Connell under center, short side left, twins to the right. White, the tailback, snap, play action fake. O'Connell rolling to the right, doesn't have a chance to set because of Karlaftis, and he catapults it out of bounds. Incomplete, 3rd down and 10 with 30 seconds to go in the third.
Really good diagnoses defense-wise. Running a naked boot. Devontae Adams was his target, going in and then back out. Well covered in zone coverage by the Kansas City Chiefs. Only Aiden O'Connell could do was throw it away there now. Setting up another big 3rd down.
We'll see where the pressure comes from Spagnuolo here. 3rd down and 10 at the 17. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for O'Connell out of the shotgun. Abdullah, the back to his left. O'Connell takes a waist-high snap. He throws to the left side, and too hot, incomplete. Nice coverage by Snead, who was back into the ball game, tailing Devontae Adams, and it's 4th down. The Raiders content to try for a field goal.
It's the 9th straight incompletion now for Aiden O'Connell since their scoring drive. Just haven't been able to get on the same page. So that was a perfect opportunity, a slant versus man-to-man, L'Jarius Snead, and he throws it behind him. Great coverage by Snead, don't get me wrong, but it was a poor throw.
Now Carlson, who a couple of years ago made 41 straight field goals, attempts it from 35. The hold from Colt at the 25. It is down. The kick is on the way for Carlson, and he striped it right down the middle. And the Raiders have added to their lead, 20-7, 24 seconds to go, third quarter. With that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. Now look, Ryan, the Raiders have led in this game before against Kansas City. 14-0 earlier this year, 17-0 here last year. They lost both of those. This is not safe yet.
Of course not. It's never safe when you have Patrick Mahomes on the other sideline. But, and this is a big but this year, it hasn't looked like the same Kansas City Chiefs team. And it's not because some narrative that's out there. They just haven't. They haven't been as explosive. They haven't been able to score as many points. Those are in the data. And so it doesn't make you as fearful. But if you're a Raiders fan or if you're a Raiders player, you have to fully understand when 15's on the other sideline, anything can happen.
And we've seen it in certain plays so far today. He hasn't thrown a touchdown yet. Just the one pick, 111 yards through the air. Carlson sticks the right leg into the ball. James back to receive at the 3. Up the numbers 10, 15, cutting outside 20. And James is tugged down at the ankles at the 24-yard line. And the Chiefs will have it with 19 seconds to go in the third quarter here at home. And a reminder that you can watch NFL Network and Westwood One announcer Jason McCourty every weekday on Good Morning Football from 7 to 10 a.m. Eastern and Pacific, only on NFL Network. You know, it said Jason McCourty on Good Morning Football, Ryan.
Yeah.
It's interesting what the card said there.
Interesting what the card said.
Anybody else on that program?
I'm on that program.
Oh, you are?
I am.
Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah. And I'm on Westwood, currently.
How about that?
Yeah.
You're all over this, the Venn diagram of Ryan Leaf. First down at the 24. Mahomes out of the shotgun, pumps once, throws it near side, caught by Rice, who doubles back at the 30. Across the 30 to the 31. It's a gain of 7, but Ryan Leaf is just torn to bits over there. Why?
He just seems so hesitant with where or how he's seeing the field. And, of course, for me up here, seeing it from this perspective, it's easy for me to see it, but... Yeah. He's been under such constant pressure, I feel like he's just not able to get through his progression.
I thought you were still heartbroken over the promo. That's the end of the third quarter with the score, the Raiders 20 and the Chiefs 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
It's Wrangler season out there. Warmer days, cooler nights. Open roads, endless horizons. And you need to be ready in jeans made for the unpredictable. Wrangler, for the ride of life. Shop our newest styles today at Wrangler.com.
Do you have a game plan for COVID-19? Prescription oral treatments must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms, even if mild. If you have a high risk factor, ask your doctor if treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Something amazing is happening in meteorology. Climate researchers are weathering a data storm. That's because CDW transformed their devices and infrastructure to pre-configured Lenovo ThinkPads and powerful edge-to-cloud solutions, delivering faster insights to run more accurate forecast models. So it's almost like they're controlling the weather themselves. Lenovo and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Lenovo Client.
We all love to follow the pros. And when it comes to selling online, the pros trust Shopify. New Era, Allbirds, Untuckit, Skims, even Mattel. They all sell with Shopify because Shopify has the best converting checkout on the planet. And it's not just the big brands. Millions of businesses are boosting their sales with the same legendary Shopify checkout. Start selling like the pros and sell with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/kickoff.
When you wake up well-rested on a great mattress, everything becomes clear.
My life coach has a terrible life.
Things you missed when you were tired finally reveal themselves.
I should just get fake plants.
It's Mattress Firm's once-a-year sale and clearance. Save up to 30% on select prior year Tempur-Pedic beds and bases. Plus, get a $300 gift for pillows and more. All with free and fast delivery. Deals this big won't last long, so don't miss out. The right mattress matters. We'll find yours. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
COVID-19 can keep you on the sidelines. If you're more likely to get very sick from COVID, ask your doctor if prescription oral treatment is right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com, sponsored by Pfizer. 15 minutes to go. Kansas City with a win, wins the division. But the Chiefs are struggling. Out of the shotgun, Patrick Mahomes from the 31-yard line starting the fourth quarter. He takes the snap, back in 3, sets up camp in the pocket, wings it left, caught by Rice. He's double-teamed there, runs through Robertson, and dives forward to the 39-yard line. Strong run for Rice, a muscular run for a first down. Gain of 8.
It's what you need to see from the skill position for the Kansas City Chiefs. You just have to see that physical nature. Rashee Rice, the rookie, giving it to him.
Out of the shotgun on first down, Mahomes short of the 40, scrambling to the right. He gets out of the pocket, he pumps again, he's across the line of scrimmage, and he's turned around and hog-tied down and ridden down at the 47 by Nate Hobbs. Gain of 8 again, 2nd and 2, Chiefs down 13.
And they're playing with a little bit of sense of urgency here, a little quicker tempo to the line of scrimmage.
Edwards-Helaire, the tailback to the right. Snap to Mahomes. Quick set. Throws over the middle. Caught by the second tight end, Gray. And he turns his back on the defense and has a first down. He's down at the plus 49. Kansas City churning offensively.
Yeah, quick decision-making there by Patrick Mahomes. Just finding Gray there in the open zone and putting it right on him for another big first down.
The enormous third-year tight end out of Duke, Gray, with the catch and a gain of 4. They'll work under center at the south edge of the Arrowhead logo at midfield. Gray in motion, sticks to the formation on the right. Snap to Mahomes, he waggles back in 5. He looks left, he rolls to the right. He still flows to the right. Mahomes breaks it down, stops, literally freezes, throws to the far side, and a sliding interception on the far sideline. Picked off by the Raiders, and Trayvon Merrick. Mahomes squealed the brakes, threw over 2 Raiders, and Merrick ripped it off for his 3rd pick this year, and the Raiders are in business again.
Wow. Just continued defensive dominance, but also the poor decision-making from Patrick Mahomes today now. He simply has Travis Kelce open down the field, and instead decides to pump and then ultimately allows the ball to float. You have the second-year player, Trayvon Merrick, out of TCU with a great play. We're going to take a look at it, of course, as every turnover is.
Yeah, all turnover is under review. He went down to the ground. It looked like he had the arm underneath. This close shave instant replay review is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and great shaves start with Barbasol Shaving Cream. For whatever your day brings, choose Barbasol. It's a can of Can Do. 13:20 to go in Kansas City. The Raiders 20, the Chiefs 7. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Big things are happening at Southside Country Club. Southside Country Club has been a community gem for nearly 120 years. The People's Club, well known for its beautiful golf course, open year-round, but also a hot spot for all, ranging from family fun at the pool to a sparkling night at the restaurant, bar, or one of the club's dozens of annual events. But now, the Southside Golf Course is turning 100, and now you can get in on the party. That is, if you can handle a good Southside party. For the next 100 days, 100 new members celebrate with a 100-year special. Become a full-time member today for a $100 initiation fee, and for 2024, membership dues are only $100 a month. That's 100 years, $100 initiation, $100 a month for 2024, but only for the next 100 new members in the next 100 days. For more information on how to join this incredibly supportive community atmosphere, call 423-7789, or stop by and see us, or visit SouthsideCountryClub.com for more information. Special does include a 2-year contract. A year of celebrating 100 at Southside Country Club, where nobody does it like us.
I can't wait for what's next, even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Pixaban tablets, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
The interception has been overturned by review, so Kansas City will have it second down from the Raider 49. Trayvon Merrick did not have the arm under the ball completely. He did not secure the catch going to the ground. Second down snap for Mahomes. Rolling to the right, the Chiefs with a second life. He throws Edwards-Helaire doubling back across the 45 and headbutted down at the 41-yard line by Jack Jones, who waves his arms outstretched after the tackle. It's third down and 1.5.
You know, the Clyde Edwards-Helaire fit right now with the injury to Pacheco just may be the right thing for Patrick Mahomes, because he's a guy that can catch the ball really well out of the backfield. And he can become that little outlet for him, because they're going to need to score on multiple drives here in the fourth quarter to get back in this game.
Now Valdez-Scantling just came off as well. Trips left. Edwards-Helaire in motion right to left. Now doubling back behind Mahomes. Shotgun for Mahomes from the 41. He takes the snap shoulder high. Back to the 50. He sets. He steps up in the pocket. 45. Across the line to gain 35. And he trots out of bounds. First down. Patrick Mahomes with 12:27 to go, down 13. Great gain of 7.
Yeah, great job by him of using his feet. Unfortunately, the thing I talked about, trusting the guys downfield, he just doesn't trust them. And there were open guys down the field, and he didn't pull the trigger. Has to use his feet.
Snap and a handoff. Edwards-Helaire shimmies outside the 30, and he's down at the 29, but 2 flags get fired in, one from the near side, one from the back on the tackle by Spillane and Robertson, and we'll check the marker.
In the area of holding.
Holding. Offense number 64. The 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Now remember, Donovan Smith is out with a neck injury. That's the new left tackle, Wanye Morris, on the hold.
A rookie out of Oklahoma. Yeah, he essentially just grabs a hold of one player, which ultimately sets up a domino effect, and a couple others go down with it. So that sprung Edwards-Helaire for that first round run.
So now call it first down and 18. LaMichael Pirine up from the practice squad is in to the right of Mahomes. Snap to Mahomes. Pressure coming from the far side. He dodges it, steps back to his own territory, now steps up in the pocket, and Diablo waiting for him as he slides down at the 41 in the arms of Max Crosby. It's a gain of about 1, and second and long coming up.
Again, he just does so much in the pocket, steps up, steps out to his right, stops with his foot, moves inside, and then only picks up 1 yard. He runs probably 25 yards there to pick up 1 yard, and he takes a pretty brutal takedown from the defender as well.
It's like watching a route, but in the shape of one of those crazy straws you give to the kids, so you make sure that they drink their apple juice. Second down and 17, far side hash mark. Mahomes out of the shotgun, takes the snap, wants a screen, drops it off. Edwards-Helaire caught 45 across the 40, breaks one tackle, 30, 25, 20, a muscular run inside the 10, and he angles out of bounds. Big catch and run for Edwards-Helaire. It's a gain of 32. The Chiefs are in the CDW red zone.
Great play call. Screen to the left for Edwards-Helaire. He makes a great catch, but he's caught. He's caught up, but he uses his strength, his lower body strength, and stiff arms the defender away and then takes off and gets inside the 10.
First and goal from the 9. Quick set. It's a screen pass, and it's incomplete. Right at the feet of Travis Kelce. That was a snapdragon of a pass from Mahomes. Jack Jones on the coverage. That was just catch and fire again on that screen.
Jack Jones, he's in the backfield all the time defending, and he's seen that play twice today. It worked really well for Travis Kelce on the big play in the first half. This time Jack Jones was not fooled at all. He disrupts it immediately, and the catch doesn't even happen. Kelce goes down without the football.
Second and goal from the 9 for Kansas City in red. 2 tight ends wide to the left, Gray and Kelce. Snap, pitch it wide left, caught by Kelce. He breaks a tackle, he spins out of it. He's a centrifuge on feet, and he finally goes down at the 7-yard line. Crosby took him down. He broke 2 tackles at a gain of 2. Third and goal.
Yeah, physical play by the all-pro tight end. They go to the exact same play on the opposite side of the field. This time away from Jack Jones, and Travis Kelce makes the guy miss, breaks the tackle, and then the pursuit from the inside, led by Max Crosby, takes him to the ground.
13th play of the drive, got to have a touchdown. 20-7, Raiders with the lead. Kelce flows in motion right to left, and movement at the right side of the line. A whistle. And let's see, a timeout called by the Raiders
Las
before Jawan Taylor moved.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
Taylor faded back as though the snap were coming, but the Raiders had used a timeout at 9:57 to go and leading 20-7. Stay tuned for part 2 of our special Christmas Day NFL triple header on Westwood 1. The New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. Scott Graham and Ross Tucker will have all the action live from Philly at 4:15 p.m. Eastern right here on most of these same Westwood 1 stations via the NFL app or Alexa-enabled devices or online at our website, westwood1sports.com. Out of the timeout, third and goal, Kansas City. Twins to the right. Kelce in motion right to left. Behind Noah Gray. Edwards-Helaire is the tailback left of Mahomes. Snap, waist high. Mahomes holding it in his right hand. He throws right. Incomplete for Rice. It's down on the ground. Picked up by the Raiders, but incomplete. Amik Robertson with the coverage. Mahomes palmed the ball, but again, the rhythm, the cadence just a little bit off.
Steps up in the pocket. Well, he may have had a chance to run for it, frankly, but a receiver flashes in his vision to his right, and he just dumps it off naturally as the quarterback. Now they're going for it again. Fourth down, they need a touchdown.
Yeah, that was all instinct there. Fourth down and goal for Kansas City. Valdez-Scantling wide left. Twins to the right, including Rice in the slot. Kelce tight to the formation right. Snap to Mahomes. Fourth and goal throw. Fading it for Rice. Incomplete. At the edge of the end zone near the goal line, and Nate Hobbs was stapled to him. The Raiders take over again, and this defense has been impenetrable.
Normally, you would always see Patrick Mahomes going to Travis Kelce there. And this time, Travis gets open and is wide open for a touchdown. But for whatever reason, Patrick Mahomes has not seen him the same way. go somewhere else, and they don't execute, no touchdown.
Just out of time again. The Kansas City Chiefs offense out of rhythm. 9:47 to go. The Raiders 20, the Chiefs 7. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood 1.
Hey, I don't care what kind of tractor you drive or what color it is. I'm going to ask you to check out a new tractor. It's made for landscapers, hobby farmers, and landowners. Fully loaded with features and backed by a strong warranty. TYM tractors have earned the Top Dealer's Choice Award for 4 years running. No smoke and mirrors, just a solid tractor to get the job done. And you get the best incentives of the year by visiting TYMoffers.com. That's TYMoffers.com. Durable and affordable. You can thank me later.
Could you please pass the potatoes?
Uncle Bob, why are you singing?
With all the rewards we are getting, with the Navy Federal Credit Union's cash rewards card, I hired a singing coach for caroling.
But it's summer.
Since we get up to 1.75% cash back on all our holiday purchases, there is cheer to last all year.
Please stop.
These potatoes are delicious, by the way.
Get cheer to last all year with Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Insured by NCUA.
Selling online is a lot like football. You need guts. You need stamina. You need conversions. Touchdown! And Shopify is the best converting checkout on the planet. Now, we're not just talking 2-point conversions. Shopify's checkout converts up to 36% better than other leading e-commerce platforms. So whether you're just starting out or scaling up, score more sales with Shopify. Start your $1 a month trial today at shopify.com/kickoff.
It's time for the Shopify Fact of the Game. Kansas City had scored 30-plus points against the Raiders in 8 straight games, tied for the second longest streak in NFL history. That's going to come to an end today. They have just 7 points. That's the Shopify Fact of the Game. Want to sell smarter? Get Shopify. Shopify's commerce platform helps you sell more with the best converting checkout on the internet. Get a $1 per month trial at shopify.com/kickoff. Raiders take over, not enough cha-ching in the Chiefs offense so far today. Broken eye left, Zamir White tail of the tandem snap and a counter tray handoff for White. He gets to the second level and takes a long step down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Now that streak we were talking about was the second longest, tied for the second longest in NFL history with 30-plus points in 8 straight games. And the Chiefs had the other one that's the longer streak from 64 to 68 against the Broncos. Again, coming to an end today, we'd imagine.
This is where the defense has to step up and get points. I mean, frankly, it's just what needs to happen for them to be in this game. The offense has not been able to generate anything. Defense has to get after it and cause a turnover.
Second and 3 out of the eye again. Handoff to White, and he's torn down to the backfield. Mike Pennell up from the practice squad today. Got him back behind the line of scrimmage at the 12-yard line. So a loss of 2, and it's 3rd and 5.
Again, not like the offense for the Las Vegas Raiders have been able to do anything outside that one lone drive. In fact, no completion since then for Aiden O'Connell. He'll probably have to put it in the air here on 3rd down, depending on what Antonio Pierce wants to do in terms of running this clock and not putting his team in harm's way.
Chiefs have Bolton creeping up toward the line at about the 15 from the linebacker spot. They have 4 down linemen, wide splits. Bolton creeping up, snapping a handoff, coming to the right side across the 15, Abdullah, and he leans forward to get the first down to the 18-yard line. The Raiders run it on 3rd and 5. Stop for Edwards, but a gain of 6.
What an incredible play call here. The safety who is responsible for the running back is lined up with him because he lines up right of the quarterback, but instead he takes a false step to the right, and then he's late getting to the running back and dragging him down, which gives them the first down. That's just a misalignment, bad with the eyes from the safety position, which sends them forward.
And with that, Ryan, it'll cost you about 2 minutes of game time here. Under 8 to play. The Chiefs need a win to win the division. And out of the eye, they'll go handoff again. It's Zamir White picking his way across the 20. And he's torched there at the 22-yard line by Bolton. Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 coming up. But we're halfway through the 3rd quarter. And there is an injured Raider down on the field. It is Jermaine Illuminor. the tackle who is down, who has talked often about growing up in England and watching American football on days like today, on Boxing Day, and wanting to be part of this show. And he's holding his two hands in front of his nose down on the field in some substantial pain, at least visually. He's down prone at the 16-yard line with 7:28 to go, second down and 7, and Antonio Pierce is going to come jogging onto the field to check on his tackle, Illuminor. This Raiders team still alive with a flickering hope for the postseason. They'd have to win out and get a lot of help. With the score, Raiders 20, Chiefs 7. There's a timeout on the field. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Susie Schuster and Amy Trask present offbeat conversations and expert sports commentary as they ask, what the football?
The Chiefs are leading the league in drop passes, but I'll tell you what sounds ridiculous to me is I should have thrown the ball a couple inches shorter. Can you really tell me that that was an error? It was not.
That's magnificent leadership by Patrick Mahomes to take the pressure off the receiver, and he did what I believe great leaders do. Give all credit to others and accept all blame.
Totally agree, but it's an insane thing to say.
What the football? The podcast is available Tuesdays, wherever you listen.
20-7, Raiders over the Chiefs, 7:28 to go. As they'll help Illuminor up, and then he jogs off toward the sideline. The right tackle for the Raiders. Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf here in the Grainger broadcast booth at Arrowhead Stadium. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering over 1 million industrial-grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. 20-7, Raiders with the lead. Clock ticking down to 7:19 to go under a lead pipe gray sky.
Going back to that third down conversion too, first one of the game, coming at a huge time for this Raiders team.
Very much needed for Las Vegas. Second down and 7 for O'Connell out of the shotgun. White flanked wide to his right. Snap, a fluttering one, handoff to White, and he drives the legs up to the 25. He's down there. Trent McDuffie took a big clobber on the run from White, and it's third down and 4 after the gain of 3.
Patrick Mahomes paces along the sideline here, hoping for another opportunity. Big third down here. One conversion so far. They got it by running the football last time. Did they do it again?
And a 25th in the league in third down offense so far for the year, and that's not being helped by today. Hash mark left. Abdullah, the tailback, to the left of the rookie O'Connell. He stops his right foot, takes a waist-high snap. He oversees the defense and throws it incomplete on a slant for Hunter Renfrow. He rang it off his hands, and it's incomplete for Las Vegas. So the Chiefs get a stop at 6:14 to go. They have 2 timeouts remaining, trailing by 13.
It's a good play call by the Las Vegas Raiders. They get what they want. They get the man coverage, and then the switch, which allowed Devontae Adams to come across ahead. Unfortunately, Aiden O'Connell doesn't see him, tries to hit Hunter Renfrow behind him, and it's broken up, setting up a punt.
Cole back at the 11, his heels on his 10 as he accepts the snap, swings the leg, and blasts off for Richie James, who approaches at the 31, trying to get outside left, and he's wrangled down. No gain on the return for Richie James. Nicely covered by Turner, and Bobenmeyer for the Raiders. The long snapper got down there as well.
When you talk about all 3 phases, Jason, when you don't want to look at the offense in terms of them not being able to do anything. Where I'd say they really excelled today is they haven't turned the football over. They haven't made the mistakes that Kansas City has. Special teams has been great, and of course the defense has been spectacular.
Raiders now with 5 games with 3 or more turnovers caused this year, and we have a whistle with the ball at the 31-yard line. There's a marker down.
12-man defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. No first down.
Can't play with 12.
Can play with 10.
You certainly can.
Can play with 7.
They'll invite you to do that.
The Bills would have a victory over the Broncos if they just rolled out 3 guys that night.
It's true.
Yep. But not 12. You're exactly right, Jason.
This is why the check cashes. From the 36, Mahomes out of the shotgun, takes the snap. He stands in the pocket. An approaching rush makes him go right. Now back to the left. A chip block frees him up at the 30-yard line, and he tries to toss it right as he approaches the line of scrimmage and does. Out of bounds, incomplete. Mahomes is going down in the arms of Diablo. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
I'm beginning to think that there's something like physically wrong with Patrick Mahomes.
Really?
The play that just played out, he has a guy open down the field where you normally would see him let that ball fly, and I just don't know if it's a trust thing or if he maybe just doesn't trust something on his body right now to be able to make that type of throw.
He's got a 2nd and 5. Edwards-Helaire in motion from the 35-yard line. Mahomes throws it out wide to the right. He's got a completion at the 36, and Bell up across the 40-yard line. He's down there. 3rd and 1 coming up on the tackle by Jones. 5:40 to go. Raiders by 13.
Blake Bell. I want to figure out how to get a 9-year career out of being a backup quarterback in college. And then, a tight end at 6'6", 252. I mean, wow, he found his niche. 9th year in the league. Makes a big catch there to set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, the tailback, quick snap. He runs left. He breaks a tackle. He's still behind the line, and he is dropped. Max Crosby was in first. Spillane cleans it all up, and the Chiefs once again have stalled. It's 4th and 1. Max Crosby has been a nightmare on Christmas for Kansas City. 4th down and 1 coming up. 5 minutes flat to go.
Max Crosby's been the nightmare. Jack Jones has been Jack Frost.
This is 4th and a long one for a chance for Kansas City. All they want is a chance. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking left, fading, rolling to the right. Will he run for it at the 35? He does, and he slides, and he just started his slide at the right moment. 1st down at the 42-yard line. He nearly started it too early. 4:33 to go.
Oh, and such a subjective nature from an official. When somebody starts the slide, you're taking a big risk there, and the quarterback, especially on 4th down.
It is a 1st down, ball hash mark right. He takes the snap. He throws to the left side. He's got Richie James in the flat across the 45, and he steps out of bounds. Just a couple of yards for James. Amik Robertson took him toward the paint. 4:16 to go. Chiefs need 2 touchdowns, 20-7. So if you can't beat anybody down the field, though, what does this drive look like?
It's got to be tough. And it's not like the Raiders haven't given them chances. They're playing some very risky defenses. They're taking chances, of course, with the turnovers, and Mahomes just got to let one fly here.
On 2nd and 6 from his own 46. He takes the snap. Kuntz warded off. Here's Mahomes snapping it off right down the middle. Caught at the 35-yard line. James doubles back 25-20 at the numbers 15. Driving and thundering inside the 10 and finally dropped there down to the 8-yard line. Valdez-Scantling with a block to push him down the field. And man, oh man, the Chiefs got a big hit there. A 45-yard gain.
Just a great call versus zone, a dig route. It's about a 17-yard in zone coverage when you clear it out with the slot receiver, which they did. Perfectly thrown pass, and then a great run by Richie James planting his foot, making Jack Jones miss.
Trips left, 1st and goal from the 9. Snap to Mahomes in red. He flips it, caught by Edwards-Helaire. Changing direction left, and he tumbles forward down to the 6-yard line. Janarius Robinson the stop, 3:15 to go, 2nd and goal.
The fact that it's 20-7 just, in the eyes and minds of Kansas City fans, and in particular Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, they got to feel pretty comfortable. That one timeout hopefully doesn't rear its ugly head they had to use, but if they get a touchdown here, it's on.
Rice in motion, left to right, sprinting that way. Snap to Mahomes, looking left, feeling the pressure, stepping up in the pocket, throwing to the end zone, and dislodged at the last moment. It is incomplete for Noah Gray. 3rd down and goal coming up. Trayvon Merrick, who had the near interception earlier, got the hand in to crowbar it away.
He just drops it. He just flat out drops a touchdown pass, and it's just been affecting this Kansas City Chiefs team the entire year.
3rd down and goal. Mahomes out of the shotgun. Takes a shoulder-high snap. Back to the 15. Pressure got there. Got a hand on him. He breaks free. Throws end zone. It's a touchdown for Watson. Another ad-lib for Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have a chance. 20-13 on the touchdown for Watson with 2:42 to go.
And Jason, he's in the grasp. I mean, they have him tackled, but the strength, the lower body strength of Patrick Mahomes gets away and finds the streaky Watson coming across the middle, puts it perfectly in the breadbasket, and now they have a chance to cut it to 6 points.
It was Malcolm Kuntz who went high. The Raiders have 4 sacks of Mahomes today, but he couldn't finish the deal there. Extra point for Butker is good. And Kansas City still with an opportunity to win the division on this afternoon that has been, you could say, like ramshackle, right? It's just been all over the place today for the Chiefs. But Patrick Mahomes is such a fixer that he keeps you in games like this.
Well, you know what also has kept him in the game is how great this defense has played for the Chiefs. I mean, they have limited the Raiders to nothing in the second half, which means they couldn't extend that lead. It wasn't insurmountable. It almost makes you look at, like, why did you not kick the field goal a little bit earlier? They would be within 1 field goal right now if they don't go for it on 4th down there. But hindsight's 20/20 as anything.
Yeah, well, let me ask you here. Do you onside kick with the Raiders not moving the ball as they haven't?
Well, the point is they're not moving the ball, so I kick it as far down. You have the 2-minute warning as your 3rd timeout. You have the other 2 if you want to use those, but you have to kick it off as deep as you can and put your defense back out there to get that stop and trust that Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes.
The Raiders need a 1st down to really trouble the Chiefs in this rivalry that the Raiders have not won since 2020. Butker sweeps the leg. The kickoff is in the air, and it will be yet another touchback for Harrison Butker. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood 1, your home for the National Football League.
We are Fox Sports 1050 AM Decatur is WDZ Decatur. Stream Fox Sports 1050 anytime at nowdecatur.com.
With Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti, our entire crew, Merry Christmas to you. We have a pulsating Arrowhead Stadium. Raiders ball at their own 25. It's an I backfield. Tail of the tandem, Zamir White. Myers in motion right to left to join Adams for the Raiders in white and silver. Snap, handoff straight ahead for White. Inside left, and he breaks through to the 2nd level and down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5.5. Willie Gay with the stop. And now the Raiders have a 2nd down and short. The Chiefs have 2 timeouts. They'll use one of them here. And so 1 remaining for Kansas City. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS next Sunday when the Ravens meet the Dolphins or the Bengals battle these Chiefs. Check your local listings for more details. Catch the NFL on CBS. But the Raiders still have a chance here at the postseason. They need a ton of help.
Yeah, they need a ton of help, but you control what you can control. That's all you can do at this point. No matter what went on this year or what went down in any game, if you just go out and win, you've done everything you can to put yourself in the best possible position.
And they can, with a 1st down here, make it really difficult on Kansas City. Snap, handoff, broken eye for White running inside right, breaks through a crease, 40, 45, 50, down the sideline, 35, 30, and finally dropped by McDuffie all the way downfield into Kansas City territory. And the Raiders, rather Grinch-like with their run game, have a 1st down and just 1 timeout on a 43-yard run.
It's called the 4-minute offense. It's when everybody, all 76,000 of us in here, know they're going to run the football. That's the only thing they can do. And yet they execute it perfectly and get a huge gain. Puts themselves in actual scoring position with Carlson as their kicker, which would put this game out of reach. What a great job by the offensive line and superb running by Zamir White.
2:27 to go, Ryan.
Yeah, 21 carries, 130 yards for the young running back.
Yeah, it's a great game for him, and they wanted to get him more involved. But look, you could have let the 2-minute warning go there. And the other thing is you used that timeout earlier in the game, and I know you said he needed it there, but this is the time that you might want it. But instead of letting the 2-minute warning run, they'll go first down and 10 from the 26-yard line. Another broken eye formation. O'Connell gives it to White, cutting back right 20, breaks a tackle again, and inside the 15, down he goes. Mike Edwards finally, L'Jarius Sneed made the stop, but that should do it because Zamir White, with his back to the defense, had another strong run, a gain of 15, and the Chiefs are stunned here in Kansas City. We have reached the 2-minute warning. The score, Las Vegas 20, Kansas City 14. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Wager at BetMGM to earn BetMGM rewards points that can be redeemed for online credits. You can also redeem your points at MGM resorts nationwide. Play, earn, and enjoy with BetMGM rewards. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. Illinois only. New and existing customer offer. All promotions subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets. Bonus bets expire 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or by texting ILGAMB to 53342. In partnership with Paradise Hotel Casino. BetMGM and GameSense reminds you to gamble responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. 21 years of age or older. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Massachusetts, call 1-800-327-5050. For Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Iowa, call 1-800-BETS-OFF. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan. In partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
So your Premian and the field goal unit come on. The ball is right directly in the center of the playing field, and this will be an approximate 37-yard attempt. If Garrow makes it, the Dolphins win. He missed one earlier, 52 yards. Noonan will hold for 37. The big play of the game for the Dolphins. Waiting for the snap. Here's the snap, set down. The kick is up. He's got the distance. It's good! The Dolphins win! The Premian 37 yards, and the Dolphins are in the AFC championship game as the little guy boots one in from 37 yards out, and the Dolphins win the ball game 27-24. What a finish!
Rick Weaver on the call on the Dolphins radio network. The longest game in NFL history, 82 minutes plus. Double overtime, Christmas Day, 1971. Here in Kansas City, we're not likely to have overtime. Something strange would have to happen because the Raiders can run out the clock essentially on Kansas City and kick a field goal if they want to. It's 20-14, 2-minute warning for Las Vegas.
Yeah, this should be it. They should actually take, kneel it down 3 times, and that will be the game. Wonderful job. Aiden O'Connell, they don't complete a pass the final 3 quarters of the game. But they don't turn it over. The defense plays great, gets them points, and Kansas City now is going to be sitting at 9-6, heading into a big matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals, who are licking their paws a little bit after a beatdown over the weekend.
Kansas City still will be able to clinch next week here in this very same location, but this doesn't feel like a team that's going to play another AFC championship, a 6th consecutive. This is the first kneel down by Las Vegas. They're trying to play their 6th consecutive home AFC championship, and that is very unlikely now.
Yeah, I nicknamed it the Arrowhead Invitational, because that's what it has become. Right now, it looks like the changing of the guard a little bit. The Baltimore Ravens, who everybody's going to get a chance to listen to here on Westwood One tonight, see how they can do going across the country. Lamar Jackson, only 9 losses as a starting quarterback on the road in his career. It's a very good matchup. Baltimore has surely showed case that they are the cream of the crop in the AFC right now. That most likely will have the number 1 overall seed. It will be decided next week between Baltimore and Miami. But, yeah, Kansas City, who has been as good as anybody over the last 5 years, and set that expectation as, in a place they're 4-2. But don't forget, they're going to get to the playoffs. They're still the Chiefs.
Yep. We got to win a game down the stretch, though, for some confidence. Third kneel down. The Raiders will win it. 30 seconds on the clock as Antonio Pierce comes running onto the field. This will be his 4th win as interim head coach. Last time out, they put up a franchise record, 63 points. That was after 0 the week prior. Today, the offense wasn't the same meteor streaking through the sky, but the Raiders on Christmas, thanks to a ball-hawking defense, have taken down the Kansas City Chiefs 20-14, the final score. 2 defensive touchdowns for Las Vegas, and the Raiders win on Christmas by 6 at a stunned Arrowhead Stadium.
Not only stunned, but pretty empty right now.
Yeah, they're filing out very quickly, as they have through the last couple of minutes here in Kansas City. So the Raiders, for the first time since 2020, beat the Chiefs in a rivalry that has been all Kansas City.
10-1, Patrick Mahomes versus this Las Vegas Raiders team. What's been so impressive for Las Vegas is they get out to a good start, and when you get a new head coach or anything happens, usually something positive happens. They win their first 2 games, and then they go on a 3-game losing streak where they don't score a point against the Vikings at home. Then they come back and win against the Chargers, at the Chiefs. They now go on the road to play the Colts, who are vying for a playoff spot too. This has been some great football down the stretch in the AFC for these final 5 or 6 teams who are trying to, sneak their way and get into the playoffs.
And credit Antonio Pierce for what he's done with his Raiders team. This could easily have gone further south. Instead, they are now 4-3 under his direction, and this defense continues to torment opposing teams. Jack Jones, interception for a touchdown. Bilal Nichols, a fumble recovery for a score. Back-to-back games with 2 defensive touchdowns for the first time in franchise history for the Raiders. And this is a chilly day that's gotten even chillier for Kansas City fans, thanks in part to Robert Spillane, double-figure tackles today. The linebacker for the Raiders joins us. Robert, what is it about this defense the last couple of weeks that has just eaten teams alive and been so opportunistic? What is it?
We are so hungry. All week long we talk about how hungry we are, how much we want it, and we just came out here and proved it today.
You certainly did, Robert. Ever since Antonio Pierce took over, there's been an emphasis on the physicality of the defense. Speak to his influence and how you've kind of taken the reins on the defense and gone about your business since that transition.
As a head coach, you get what you emphasize, and he emphasizes energy, physicality, and toughness, and that's what we do as a team. We all try to follow in the suit of Max Crosby, our defensive leader, our captain, so we all try to live up to his standard.
You speak to the defensive play on the back end, Trayvon and Jack Jones, another big interception for a touchdown. Just speak to the back end and you guys getting after the quarterback and how much of a difference them playing well back there and getting turnovers has been for this defense and this football team.
4 hungry rushers, 7 hungry in the back end, looking to do everything we can to disrupt plays, and I'm just so proud of the guys today.
A lot of talk of food, Robert, as we let you go. Where does this rank in terms of Christmas dinners for you, beating your rival?
I couldn't ask for anything more. The one present I wanted for Christmas was a victory, and we were able to accomplish that.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Have a good one, guys.
Robert Spillane, 11 tackles today. Somebody get him like a turkey leg or something. There's a lot of eating going on down there for the Raiders defense. Man.
Yeah, it certainly was. They're so fun to watch, and he's exactly right. Max Crosby is the catalyst. I mean, flat out gets after it, and everybody follows. And that has happened later in the year. So great to see from a great leader and, just a wonderful team effort for the Raiders.
Well, you suggested Max Crosby. It is time to select our Navy Federal Credit Union Defender of the Game. Who would you choose?
Well, I'm going to go with Jack Jones simply because he was the difference maker in this game. He got them the game-winning touchdown, and for 2 consecutive weeks, he's just been in the playbook of the opponent they were playing. He knew what was going on. He made Patrick Mahomes look average out there, which is a very, very, very difficult thing to do. And, the pickup for the young cornerback out of New England has been a game changer for this Las Vegas Raiders team, and he's my defensive player of the game because of it.
Jack Jones, back-to-back weeks with a pick 6, our defender of the game, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces, the DoD, veterans, and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Once again, the final score, the Raiders 20, the Chiefs 14. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.